Hey, what is up, guys? It's Giltspire here, and welcome back to Dead by Daylight. How are you all doing today on this terrific Tuesday? What's up, Artemis? What's up, Giraffe? What is up, Hammy? How are you all today? What have you been up to? Anything much? Have you guys tried out our the new event today? How has it been, if so? Doing well? Pretty good, pretty good. Can't complain. Had a pretty good day overall. Tired AF, I've slept all day. Sorry that you're feeling tired, Artemis, but happy to hear that you were able to get some rest at the very least, right? That's good news. So this is pretty basic as far as events are concerned. This is the new Gilded Stampede collection. I believe it's in conjunction with Chinese New Year, if I'm not mistaken. They haven't really done much, to be honest with you. They've made 2 skins available, and I think they also made a few like event items for additional blood points. But other than that, you know, pretty lackluster. Behavior warned us that most of the events coming up is going to be pretty subdued because they're ramping up for the 5-year anniversary coming up in June, I believe. So hopefully soon we'll see the fruits of their labor. Stayed up till 4 a.m. for crush. Aw, very cute. Yeah, how'd that go? Hopefully it went well. Hopefully you two had a good time. I remember those days. Almost 9 years ago when Frankie and I are doing a very similar thing. Alright though, but let's play a match of killer, shall we? Let's see, what does our daily rituals look like? We have Pig, we have Wraith, and we have Zeblat. Let's do Wraith, since we don't have any progress on that. And we need to use Spies from the Shadows. Let's, you know what, let's replace Thrilling Tremors with Spies, if we do have it available to us. And the answer is we do. Excellent. We played COD in a game called Rec Room together. Ooh, very nice. Yes, I do like you, Frankie. With him now as well. Very nice. Well, if you two are having a good time, are you playing Call of Duty, playing Fortnite? Pretty neat, if I do say so myself. I'm happy to hear that you're doing well, Hammy. And Giraffe, how about you? What have you been up to today? Anything much? Alright. By the way, a heads up, we might be playing against Deity today, one of the better teams in North America on PC, in a scrim. It's yet to be determined, so we'll find out in the near future, but if so, that would be a lot of fun. Watching him play a new VR game he bought? Ooh, very nice. What VR game, out of curiosity? Actually, I want to get a VR headset. Like, I have enough space for one in this room. I'm just not sure if I really want to commit to getting one, because I honestly don't have a lot of time to play games outside of streaming, I'll be honest with you. That happens with every little saying that you have, Frankie. You always say ironically, and all of a sudden it's just, whoops, I now say it realistically. Trevor Saves the Universe. I've never heard of that one, I'll be honest with you. I'm interested, though. I'll have to look into it at some point. See, I was always a fan of things like Space Pirate Trainer. I was a pretty good shot in that game. I enjoyed it a lot. Other than that, what other games did I enjoy? Beat Saber, Space Pirate Trainer. Ooh, FNAF VR stream. You could do that, Artemis, if you have a VR headset. That is a possibility. Amalgamation of people around me. I wouldn't say you're an amalgamation of people, Frankie, but you definitely take little things here and there and you make them your own, quite literally. 300. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, thankfully, like, the Oculus Quest is pretty cheap nowadays, but still. That is fair. They are expensive and do require quite a lot of room, to say the least. Alright, Billy boy, let's ready up, shall we? let's get this game on the road. So I just need to start Chase of the Survivor one time in 10 seconds. I'm Sterling a Crow using the perk Spies from the Shadows. That's pretty easy, I would say, so I can't really complain of that. We'll see if these survivors are respecting the crows or not. It's going to be a must since I'm getting a VR sometime soon. Yeah, from what I've seen, I think I've watched a lot of Markiplier play that, and it looked pretty cool. It looked pretty cool. I wouldn't mind giving that a try at some point. The thing is, like, I want to make a VR room eventually, like when I have a house, not an apartment. Because, like, there's so many good ways to structure a VR room. Like, ideally you want the headset being brought down from the ceiling, that way you have full range of motion, and rather than just being tied to the back of your PC, right? I mean, probably the computer room would be partially the VR room / stream room, right? So, right now we have a dedicated stream room. My crush used to have 3 VR headsets. Jeez. Just like older models, or... I mean, we can consolidate some of those things. Alright, Cold Tower. Sounds like a plan. This map is small enough to where we're definitely going to get that challenge out of the way. This is the first time that I've played Wraith since the supposed update. Still think that it's pretty lackluster, but, you know, we'll make it work. Right now, they probably can't see me. We're gonna get behind here, so they still can't see me. We'll get enough distance on Bill to hit him. Honestly, we see the Jane here as well. They probably see our Ruin, which is unfortunate. He wants my attention, of course. We're going to follow him because he's going to drop the pallet for distance. Jane's going to go back here. Is that... No, it's not Jane. That's, who is this? Who is this? Serena, right? Well, there goes Haunted Ground. Great timing on that, to say the least. Yo, what's up, Snag? How you doing today? You know, just playing some Dead by Daylight. Playing some Wraith right now. Alright, let's take a look and see where the other exposed survivors are, eh? Hi, Billy boy. Alright, let's see. What's the game plan, Bill? Apparently that's the game plan. I like it. This update sucks. So, it definitely has come with its own issues, I will say. But I'll be honest with you, behavior's trying, and that's the biggest thing that I will say, is that, you know, it's evident that behavior is trying their best to improve the game in some capacity. Now, we don't need to like the update, let's be fair. No, even as survivors, I think that there are some improvements. It's not all doom and gloom, you know? There are definitely things that, you know, we all wish were different, but it's not, you know, the end of the world. Survivors definitely got the short end of the stick, I'll say, of this update. And because of that, you know, ideally, I think the main thing affecting survivors for the most part is hitboxes, right? I will say that I'm not sure if it's hitboxes specifically or positioning of survivors or killers due to server lag is what it feels like. Because I last night was playing some Bubba, grinding some blood points, right? And someone messaged me about hitboxes, but on my screen I'm always up behind them. Yeah, some Wraithy boy. Okay, she threw early. That's a good choice there. But what's up, Carl? How you doing? Now, we're gonna move off of you real quick. I don't wanna just commit to you and see gens fly off. Now we see someone back here. Hello, Claudette. How are you? Alright, let's see. She'll probably vault here, right? She doesn't vault? What? Why? Claude. That was interesting, Claudette. I'm not sure if that was a good idea. I'm not sure if that was a good idea at all. And Carl for a pyramid head for T. Thank you, Carl. I know, T, you missed it yesterday. Carl and Hammy were conspiring to get you a pyramid head match. And what's up, Marcus? How you doing? But yeah, overall, I definitely understand why survivors are not, thrilled with this update. Just know that things will get better in due time, and that, hitboxes should be hotfixed sooner rather than later, ideally. I see them over here with spies from the shadows. Are you sure you want to do that dull totem there, Fang? I don't think you do. Now, I actually will say that 0.25 seconds of additional speed that Wraith received with this update actually might be more significant than what I initially thought, because it does allow you to catch up to survivors a little bit quicker than I realized. Better hurry up with the hitboxes? Yeah. I'm hopeful that we'll see it next Tuesday, Hex. I really am. Hey, what's up, Ashy Flaps? Thank you so much for the good luck, have fun. Just popping to say, hey, if you have to go back to work, I'll be back to hang in a bit. Sounds like a plan, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. I got my BK Myers yesterday, so you get a pyramid head. Indeed, indeed. Alright, let's just bop that real quick. See. Oh, there they are. I was about to say, see where they are, but that answers my question. Hi, Zarina. Alright, so we're gonna mind game here. It's not playable, to be honest. I think sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I think it has more to do with killer location on server than it has to do with hitboxes, strangely enough. Because, like, I can see on my end where I'm right behind survivors a lot of the times. So I'm curious to know, why we're having these types of issues. No. Okay, so we have command of pallet now, which is good. This is what we want. There's the Dead Hard. She'll drop early. Nice. Unfortunately, we needed to get that Dead Hard out a lot sooner, because now she has a second drop here. Nope, she knew I was going to mind game her. Nice job. So we'll get another pal out of her, probably, or... No. I was hoping that maybe she'd vault, but she didn't want to play that mind game. You don't make that. Okay, I will say this. Normally, I would have hit that, gotten that hit based on distance. So that's actually surprising to me. Interesting. Back in 10 minutes, my Wi-Fi is buffering hard. All good, T, all good. We'll see you back here in a little bit. Was the hardest thing for Gale? It is. BK Myers is like my kryptonite, I'll tell you what. But I think that's the fact for most people. Yes, Mr. Ding Dong is here. Mr. Wraith. Hi, Bill. You're not all too quiet, my man. Yeah, that additional 0.25 seconds might actually be a little bit more of a buff than I expected. It allows a lot of pressure to be had. Nice Dead Hard. I guess I should have baited it out first, but c'est la vie. When did a Predator get added to the game? Yeah, it's true. I mean, Predator has been something speculated for a while, just it's a big IP, so we probably won't see it. Alright. Let's check this gen. No work done here. I'll just pop it, try and remove any progress on it, I suppose. Nothing here. I imagine they might be in Coal Tower. Now, the thing is, if that is the case, I'm willing to give them the Coal Tower gen. But they're not. Where in the fresh hell are these guys? Hello? Survivors? You know you have generators to do, right? You get extra blood points. Survivors? Did they all just decide to disappear? There we go. I was about to say, where the hell are they going? Well, I'm sorry, Bill. I'm gonna go for you real quick. Sucks to suck, mate. I couldn't find your friend. I get a Dead Hard. We'll get that out of the way. There's the spies from the shadows. Good news there. And then a sprint over here. Oh. Hi, Bill. I wasn't expecting that, but okay. That works too. Fox and Disney owns Alien. Oh yeah, Fox and Disney are never giving one of their characters over to behavior. Hell to the no on that one. Yo, what's up, Zappy? How you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Alright, we saw the Zarina back here, but no idea where she is now. It's 1:23 a.m. where you are. Jeez, man. Well, I appreciate stopping by and saying hi. Alright, let's go for the Zarina. I kind of want her out. Let's see if she drops it on me. She doesn't. Good. So now we have control of pallet. Okay, so she played it smart. She knows that we have control of pallet, and because of that, she's going to leave the tile. And then she's going to play pretty smart on Shack. That's fair. So we're going to go for Claude instead. We'll get the hit on her. And then we'll go invis to try and get some additional speed. Watching benchmarks of my boring future. I feel it, man. I feel ya. But I'm doing pretty well. Can't complain. Having a good time on DBD. She doesn't make that. No, there's no way she makes that one. Donald Duck seems to be unhinged of the usual gang, so maybe he would be the best one. He is, you know, he definitely has a past. He definitely has a past. Yeah, thankfully, because of that additional speed boost, that 5% speed boost that Wraith gets on the Uncloak, it really does wonders in chases like that. So we're going to give them Cold Tower, right? We're going to regress this. Zarina's back on this pallet. I'm going to try and once again take command of this pallet. And I should be able to get a hit on this. There we go. Alright, so they got Cold Tower. That's fine. The Zarina's gen is now regressing. Slowly, mind you, but it is regressing. Hatch is here. I don't think she makes this corner. Nice dead hard. But then she doesn't make this at all. Nice, nice, nice. There we go. That's what I like to see. So we might be able to bring this game back. I think they had a really good shot of winning this, but we applied pressure to the right people. Ooh, hello, Fang. All right, let's regress this again. I can't let this go untouched, especially since we don't have any... Oh, and I just got fat shamed. Nice. Nice, nice. We're going to go for the Claude. I want the Claude out of the game now. Let's see if she's on a gen. She's not on that gen. She could be self-carrying in a corner as an option. Feng Min tried to gen tap, but failed. Yeah, so Claude did self-care in a corner. Excellent. With Sloppy Butcher, that's a lot of time to spend self-caring. I'll tell you what. Candyman is 2 DVD. Yeah, I mean, Candyman would be a thing. People have talked about it before. Alright, there's a Claude. Once again, we'll regress this gen, making sure that they aren't going to really be able to do much. Claude's going to go to this pallet that the Zarina really likes. Will she drop it? Did I just get... I got caught on geometry. I've noticed that a lot more, happening a lot more after the update 2. I've never got caught on so much geometry. Claude thinks I'm going to go for the Zarina, and I got fat shamed again. Oh, the fat shames, man. The fat shames. It's real. Well, we're going to get Claude injured, at the very least. She seems to self-care quite a lot. Well, body block this window. She doesn't... Okay, that's fine. I think we can uncloak here. Get distance. And hit. Alright, and now both Zarina and Claude are injured, so we can push them both off of this gen here. Regress it. That way we can guarantee the Zarina does not get this while we're still in chase. And then Claude's in a dead zone. Oh wow, I thought she was gonna mind game at least a little bit, apparently not. Yo, what's up, Alpha? How's it going, mate? Alright, we see spies there. There's a Zarina. Claude is around that area too. Zarina still has Shack Pallet and a Dead Heart in hand. We'll keep that in mind. We got a little bit of distance here. Maybe enough at least to get a Dead Heart out of her. No. I was hoping that maybe she'd slip up. But she did. She gave me Pallet. That's good. Now let's recloak. Claude never did come back to this gen, which is excellent for us. Now, I can't fake out the Dead Hard while cloaked, which is a bit of an issue. So we're gonna uncloak. We're not gonna swing. We're gonna get the distance. She'll dead hard. And she gets the pallet. Nice, nice. Alright, let's get the distance again. She's going to a dead zone, so we can uncloak now and probably get the hit. Oh, she gave up. Yeah, she gave up. He's like, there's no pallet here. There's nothing I can do. Also, what's up, Mike? How you doing today? Alright, that should be the 3K, and we know where Hatch is for the 4K. Claude did self-care in a corner with Sloppy Butcher applied. That is like 70 seconds worth of time that she spent self-caring, by the way. Like, that is probably one of the worst uses of self-care that I've ever seen in a million years. When is my match? Saturday at 10 p.m. CST. Oh, sorry, 10 p.m. EST, 9 p.m. CST. Alright, so Claude was here, but did she leave? And Mike says, let's do Dark Devotion, Furtive Chase, and make your choice. You only have a big thing for Dark Devotion, don't you, Mike? Where's this other exit gate? There it is. We can pretty much patrol both of them pretty quickly, so I don't think this Claude escapes, to say the least. Oh, actually, we can see them both from one location. And we're completely invis while we're standing still. I just unlocked it, so be playing around with it. That's fair, that's fair. And I can understand, you know, I'll be your guinea pig prior to you using them. Claude? You doing alright? Hello, what's up, Jen Poppin'? How you doing? We're just about to close out our match of Wraith with a 4K. Is Claude just sitting in a corner, you know, attempting to self-care once again with Sloppy Butcher? I mean, she's fully healed, but maybe she's still oh, there she is. There she is. Come here, Claude. You ain't escaping. Alright, sounds good to you. I appreciate it. So even with that, she doesn't make it. Did she just self-care by accident? She self-cared by accident. I wonder if her heal button is the same as the door button. Interesting. Tuna melts or pasta? Tuna melts sound pretty good, Frankie. And that there is a true 4K with 12 hooks. Not too shabby. Alright, sounds good. Alright, GG, well played to these survivors. They almost got out there, I will say. They applied a lot of pressure at the end to those two gens. Alright, though. Well, while we are updating the Wraith, do you guys want to spin the Wheel of Killers to determine the next killer? Do you guys want to play another Wraith match? Good, good, and you? I'm doing pretty well, Jen Poppin'. Pretty good, can't complain, man. Carl did spin the wheel earlier? Oh, perfect. In that case, Carl, I will spin that wheel for you right about now. Alright, and the wheel says that we are playing the Nurse. Do you guys want to spin the wheel once again, or you guys want to keep Nurse? And we also need to do Mike's build as well. Keep that in mind. We'll do that right after this. Only update the Wraith with a true 4K, putting him back on a 1 win streak. Not too shabby. All right. Oh, wait, Pyramid Head is bought first? Okay, so we're doing... Jesus. Sorry, getting distracted here. Let me pull up the rewards. Because it was Pyramid Head. So, let me see. Here's the rewards list. Okay. Rewards queue, we see... Pyramid Head, Wheel, Devotion, Wheel. Okay, so we're going to do Pyramid Head first in that case. Perfect, perfect. Yes, yes, I see that now, I see that now. Sorry, there's a lot to keep track of, I'll tell you what. Oh, and available in 12 days? I already finished all of these. Well, I guess I'll do the Nurse's one next. Next time we play Nurse. Alright, so Pyramid Head first. Here we go, Mr. Pyramid Head. Do you have Dark Devotion, Furtive Chase, and Make Your Choice? That looks to be a big fat no, so we'll keep as is and do that later. Ow, my eyes? Why ow your eyes, T? Are you okay? I mean, that is a symptom of it. You are correct. I got a lot of things there. Screen switch? Oh, gotcha. Right now we're just loading up those, so nothing too much to look at. Must develop at ADD with the amount of things they have to pay attention to. I mean, you're not wrong. It's very bright? Really? Like, so this is very bright in comparison? Also, Senile Vet, what's up? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Okay, so... I mean, do you guys... So I'm trying to think if I can lower the brightness on that individual scene, if that's the case. Am I able to do something like that? I'm not sure. Hold on. We can check properties of something. It's got really sore for no reason, but I'm okay. Okay, so it's not the brightness then. Mode... No, that doesn't change anything. I could probably maybe put a filter on it. That's the only thing I can think of. Filters. I guess I can, yeah, I can probably scale it down. That's about it. Shift plus hold W. Ah, I see Nia's plan. It's just to run. It's the white, though, on the website compared to the dark lobby screen. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. There's a huge white square. Fair, fair. I want the Kate dead. Alright, we can make, I didn't notice her name until just now. Alright. I'm, well, just playing games, trying to get the extra blood points I can get. Fair enough, Senile Vet. Fair enough. Yeah, I feel that. I'm very excited for the extra blood points. It'll be fun enough to get those and pour those into my last remaining survivors. If you don't 4K for tea, you are legally obligated to drink a cup of tea. I mean, I'm fine to do that. I'm fine to do that. Oh. Update, Pyramid Head is dead. No, Pyramid Head's not dead. Fam, that's not a punishment. Also, Crazy Kid Games, thank you much for the follow. Welcome to the Guilty Ones. If you are new, I am Mark, aka Guiltspire, an educational killer here to teach Killer how to play Killer, but also survivors how to play against Killer. Happy to have you here. If you have any killers that you're interested in learning, let me know and I'll put that on the list. An AI dungeon as planned as Pyramid Head. He died protecting Danny. Ah, Pyramid Head found dead in Miami. Was his husband of 12 years and they had 2 children. How did he die? He died of heartbreak. Triangle Man hates Person Man. Florida Man hates Triangle Man. They have a fight. Florida Man wins. CSI Miami, the Pyramid Head Files. Oh my god. Mother's Dwelling. That's a yikes right there. This is one of the largest maps in the game, which means that we can potentially use our Cages of Atonement rather strategically. But to see a Discordance that far away this early is a bit punishing. Alright, well, this is going to be an issue, I can already tell. I get a bad feeling for Mr. Pyramid Head. Alright, so oh my god, 3 of them already. Well, thank god for Ruin. Tell you what. Got the hit on you. And then, did you misplay that? She dead-hearted early, I think? So she's down early. I guess, like I said, her game plan was just the hold, shift, and W. So that was easy enough. I'm gonna go bye, see you next time. Alright, bye, Zappies. Have a good night, and sleep well, my friend. Alright, we hear him on this gen still. Good, good, good. Hello, Kate. How are you? How you want to play this? Trying to see what your options are in front of you. There is 1 tile. Ruin is gone, unfortunately, which means we have no more gen pressure. Well, the Kate vaults. The Kate does not vault. Alright, will she get tormented, though? Ooh. Now, I'm surprised that she got a fast vault there based on that distance. Interesting, but good to know. She does leave the loop and goes towards middle. I will see a gen pop here momentarily. Do keep that in mind. She vaults on that side. Makes sense. She goes more towards the right than the left, so we should be able to get a little bit of distance here, but not by much. She'll vault again? No. Well, ain't that surprising. Is there a vault here, right? And she baited it. Nicely done, Kate. We'll fall off. And Shift and W suicides as none of her friends are coming for her. That's interesting. Alright, well, just get that regressing, I guess. And let them be. That's already 3 hooks for 1. What you cook, by the way, T? Anything good? Alright, let's go to Discordance. Hopefully... Oh, no, the Kate's already healed. Never mind. I was going to say, hopefully the injured Kate's there, but apparently not. There's still one other person here, I want to say. I apparently saw them, but didn't? What? I have no idea. Well, let's kick. And was it the Jake that I saw? I guess so. Or the hit on you. What's the game plan here? Pallet drop? Oh, he thought about it. He thought about it for a hot moment there. Nope. Body blocking that. That's not happening, my boy. Alright, they got 1 gen done, but that's okay. Let's hook them here and see where they are next. Looks like back there. Alright, they went to the left over towards this tile from the looks of things. But no additional scratch. Oh no, man. I was about to say no additional scratch marks thereafter, but they did continue. Alright, better to pressure 2 people than try and search for 1. We know where these 2 people are roughly, of course. Alright, there's the Kate again. She seems pretty competent when it comes to looping this area, which makes me a little bit worried. We will expect her to drop... No. I'm expecting a different drop, but that works out for her. That's actually a pretty good loop right there, I will say. That's number 2. Will she go for number 3? She does. She's locked out of that now, but she still has a lot of options here. And unfortunately, because we went out of chase, she has it available to her again. That's rough. Wow. I would have expected her to, you know, maybe not go for that, but I guess so. Now what? So she's going to probably bait out this again. We'll bait out her bait. There we go. There we go. You know, we saw what she was doing last time and decided to bait out her bait, and it worked out perfectly. The Office? I will say I've actually never watched The Office all the way through. I've watched episodes of The Office, but never completely. So it's something that I eventually will have to get around to. Now we got the down because no BT. All right, see you tomorrow. Wait, who's that? Who's leaving? Or are you talking about just quote? You gotta finish the whole thing, it's good and just all around funny. Yeah, it's been something that I'm meaning to do eventually, just something that I never have really gotten around to for some reason. I guess just the time investment, though I do binge watch a lot of shows, to be fair. Alright, we're gonna go for, you know what, she probably still has DS, right? We'll go for the Jake, who might go for an unsafe unhook here, from the looks of things. Now let's see if the Jake has... Okay, Nia says, screw that noise. I don't want to be farmed, thank you very much. I guess we'll just call it a day and see you tomorrow. Alright, he drops early maybe? And also, it looks like the Kate's right behind me too. Wonder if she's trying to bait out Dead Hard, or is she trying to just die at this point? Oh, not Dead Hard, DS. He's on the Z-wall. I'm not sure that will get him too far, though. Alright, well, let's send you to a cage. What's up, Gimme Curves? How you doing today? You're the Blight from last game, right? And then we'll hook you here. And that will be that. 'Tis the game. Interesting that the Cage of Atonement mores you quite early in comparison to the hook state. Never noticed that before. Alright. Well, that will be a win for Mr. Pyramid Head. D, I hope you're happy. We did indeed kill the Kate. GG, well played to these survivors. And doing pretty well, Gimme Curves. Doing pretty well, cannot complain, and appreciate the follow. Welcome to the Guilty Ones, my friend. Question mark. It can be rough sometimes. But there will be more matches ahead of you. Look, have fun in your next matches. I understand. Hopefully we will see a hot fix soon. But good luck, have fun in your next matches. Alright. Well, not too shabby at all. Hey, what's up, A-Rod? How are they saying I was the only one that didn't kill myself? I don't know, A-Rod. So I think, realistically speaking, and this is not just a Dead by Daylight issue, but like a multiplayer issue as a whole, to be honest with you, that people kind of take out their frustration not out on the game or themselves, but on their teammates or the people that they play against. It doesn't make sense, but it happens for some reason. But I do appreciate stopping by, A-Rod. GG's to you, my friend. I do appreciate it stopping by, saying hi. Would love to have you join the Guilty Ones if you are interested, though. And is not a Guilt Spire stream without our drivers failing on us. So let's correct those real quick, eh? All right. And thank you much for the follow, A-Rod. Welcome to the Guilty Ones. Happy to have you here. As a quick intro, I am Mark, aka Guiltspire. I am an educational killer here to teach killers how to play killer, but also survivors how to play against killer. I'm happy to have you here. If you have any killers that you're looking to learn, let me know. Alright, so we got the Pyramid Head match. Now we have the Wheel of Killer, who landed on what exactly? We landed on the Nurse. Now I didn't see anyone re-roll, so we are good for Nurse, it looks like. Nurse, hello. And it actually works out too, since we do have a challenge to use Nurse. So let's get that out of the way, shall we? I see pretty much the chat has just devolved into The Office, which I do love. It seems like a lot of people just love The Office, and I'm happy to see people chat about things that they enjoy, and they can share that enjoyment. Stanley yelled at you today. Why is that? That's probably the scariest experience of my life. I imagine that's an Office. Okay, that's what I was figuring. I wasn't sure. Look, I don't know enough about The Office. I can recognize some things, but you know, not always. All good, Artemis, all good. See, we can be the group that has not watched The Office yet, so we're like, is this a quote? Is this not a quote? The world may never know. Oh, I didn't ready up, did I? Whoops. So we just need to get hit two survivors right after a blink as the Nurse. That's easy enough. That is easy enough for us to do, to say the least. Oh, you've watched it? Oh, okay. Well, in that case, it's just Frankie and I haven't watched The Office, so it's all lost on me. Okay, cool. Well, here's a question, T. Here's a question. So I know there's the American Office, and then there's also the British Office. Have you watched the British Office? Or just have not watched Office at all? Because I've heard some interesting debates around which one's better, the original or the American. But I'm told it's terrible. Gotcha. See, I haven't watched either. The American one is better? Okay. That's fair. It's kind of bad? Okay. See, I would not know because I haven't watched neither. I think we're still talking about The Office, yes. We are talking about the difference between the British version, like the original, and the American Office. It's probably made by English people, and therefore I say this lovingly for all English people in chat. I can already see where this is going. I mean, there's some exceptions to that rule, right? There's... Oh, hey, a TTV. Let's go say hi. See if they're live. Hold up. A-E-R-U-P. That's not how I spell that at all. Looks like they are not live currently. But I'll still drop them a follow nonetheless. You know, always here to support other DBD streamers. Oh god. COD has a new game mode called Kiss Confirmed. So it's basically just kill confirmed, I imagine, Artemis, but do you just go up to them? This will be a fun idea if absolutely no consequences or implications. Uh-oh, Frankie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I thought Frankie, were you commenting on something that I said? Or are you commenting just in general? That you have an idea. Red envelope. Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't say British Office versus American Office is a big controversy. I'm goofing in the chat. See, sometimes the one horrible thing about chat when it goes by so fast is sometimes you don't get a context of what's being said. Sometimes like, is this something that I should be aware of, or something that I can let go, I guess? Oh. Okay, so that's exactly what it is, Artemis? Interesting. Interesting. I mean, I loved Kill Confirmed when I used to play. Color is the proper spelling? I mean... No, I would disagree. It depends on your region, how you spell it. There's no necessarily proper spelling. Language is fluid. And ever-changing. Aha, I defeated your silly game. Let's go this way. Alright, survivors, where the hell are you? There they are. Hello everybody, how are you? I see you're all doing well, you know, slinking about, trying to avoid me blinking to you. I'll get a hit on you with no consequences. And honestly, I thought that I absolutely had failed that blink and that she's gonna get a ton of distance off of me, but apparently we somehow made it work. Go figure. And Freenook, thank you much for the raid. Welcome, raiders, welcome. How are y'all doing today? Hopefully you all are doing well. There goes our ruin, by the way. For those who do not know me, I am Mark, aka Giltspire. I'm an educational killer who teaches killers how to play killer, but also survivors how to play against killer. Happy to have you all here, and would love to have you here as part of Guilty Ones, if you aren't already. Get the hit on you, and there's our tome challenge. Excellent. We got the dead heart out of the way. And Zep, thank you much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, my friend. She's trying to bait out another blink, it looks like. Alright, we got the Thing Min down. We're good to go. Yeah, we landed on the nurse. We also had a challenge for her, so it kind of worked out in that regard. You know, I was debating whether or not that was a good idea, but I didn't hear the footsteps of the Zarina. I imagine that she's probably on comms. But no dead heart means a dead bunny nonetheless. So I'm sorry, Zarina. You know, that really did not do much. I don't think that pallet dropping a nurse really does much for you because Any distance that you get off to that stun just doesn't matter. Alright, we see this arena over by Shaq. Do some things, but hope your stream goes well. Thank you, 3 Hook. I appreciate ya. Hope you have a great day, and hopefully whatever you're doing goes well. I shouldn't have blinked the second time. I figured out what she was doing, but it really had no meaning because we got fatigued out anyways. Alright, I think she's gonna try and play the trees. Hello, survivors. I see you. I see your game plan. So I'll get the hit on you. They got the unhook. Good, good. Unless you had Dead Hard, there's no escape. A nurse is a baby nurse. For the record, it is. But I don't think that we are a baby nurse anymore. I think we're like an adolescent nurse. We're not a god nurse just yet, but we're getting there. Alright, they aren't, you know, as desperate to heal underhook. But we do see this arena here. Alright, we got the hit. Good, good. We got on the 2 blinks, so can't complain of that. I'm not sure how that missed, to be honest with you. But, c'est la vie. Good. I timed it just right, so that way she thought that she had the timing to get out. She thought we were going to fatigue, so that worked out perfectly. Survivors are bullying me as nurse today, T. Well, I feel like a lot of survivors right now are prepared for nurse because of the tome, right? Alright, we see the Feng Min here, who's on... Oh no, there's 2 Feng Mins, so I don't know for certain whether or not this is the run I want to hit. Well, I guess we'll find out. This was not the one I wanted to hit, unfortunately. Alright, we'll fatigue out. I could have probably gone for her and see if we guessed right, but I wanted to play it safe. Alright, got her down, though. And pretty quickly, too, so I can't complain here. As long as we're playing Hook Roulette, I think we'll be good to go. Yeah, many nurses today, absolutely. Now, here's the interesting thing, and I saw this on Twitter. What's great about playing Survivor right now means that there's going to be a ton of nurses, right? That's great, in theory. You know, a lot of them are babies, so you get to bully the nurses. But here's the problem. For now, they are nurses, but what about the day that they keep on using nurse to do all these challenges? Eventually, they will no longer be nurses, and they will be lethal killing machines with many nurse mains out there. And I think that will be interesting. Alright. We got the hit, thankfully. And let's see. Well, you dropped the pal on me. You will not. Good, good. Now, the second blink wasn't a great idea in theory, but in execution, it should work out in our favor. Just need to make sure that we don't get corn blind here. Alright, Bunny. Bunny, go squish now. Oh, what the hell? Bunny, no go squish. There we go. Now, Bunny, go squish. Alright, let's hook you here. I know that the other gen is pretty well done, and I can't exactly let that one go, I think. So, let's bop this gen and try and protect our 3 gen here. You finished all your killer challenges? Yeah, we're just about on the way to do that as well here. Let's check middle gen. We'll just bop this real quick. Yeah, we have to protect the 3 gen now. Alright, come here, buddy boy. We'll get the hit on you, and then if we can get a quick down, we should be fine. I don't think you have dead hard based on what we've seen. How did that not hit? I am confused. Alright, we'll have to leave him then. Go for this arena right here. And then we're gonna have to leave her as well, actually, because my fear is that the Feng Min's gonna go for this gen. And I would be right on the money with that assumption. Yo, what's up, Onion? Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, raiders, to the Guilty Ones. I am Mark, aka Guiltspire. I am an educational killer, here to teach killers how to play killer, but also survivors how to play against killer. This Feng Min's about to DS me? She doesn't. Surprising. Hopefully your stream went well. Alright, let's go in the middle. We get the Felix down. This works out. Let's bop this gen real quick. Get it regressing. Oh, hello. We see many people here. That's not to my liking, but we'll pick up the Felix, and we need to protect this gen. Yeah. Come here, Zarina. Let's force you away for a moment, eh? And thank you much for the follow. I appreciate it, mate. She tried to get a firecracker off. Nicely done. Haven't seen that used in a while. Hit the Fang. We're gonna regress this gen. We just need to sit on it for a bit. Thank you, I appreciate it. She faked me out. This arena knows how to fake me out, which I appreciate. But the thing is that they're gonna lose this gen if they're not careful. The Feng Min's here. We'll get the down, and that there should close out the game, I think. There's only 4 hooks left in the match. So let's get her out front. We see the Zarina here. Once again, we're going to force her out of this area. She'll go back, but I don't think it'll be enough time in order to get the gen finished. Especially not with a 10% regression there, too. That may have just killed them all. Now, my only problem here is this. I've not seen the Felix in a hot minute, and I'm mildly concerned with that fact. But Zarina seems to be here. She definitely has her dead hard, so we need to bait that out ASAP. Now, we're going to fall for her for a moment. I don't care that she's on this gen. My worry is that the Felix is on the other gen. He's not. That's silent. Instead, it's a doornail. Check middle. Here we go. That's what I wanted to find out. Hi, buddy. How are you? I can hear you a mile away. Can't heal you, but I can definitely hear you. And that will be the end of the Felix. Zarina has not gone back to the gen. Let's pick him up, hook him, and close out this match, shall we? That'll be a 3K plus a potential hatch escape, so that will count as a win for our nurse on her way to 50 wins. And thank you. Let's see, are we going to give the Zarina the hatch or not? 'Tis the question, eh? So she's heading over to Shack from looks of things. Yeah, she's all the way by Shack, so let's get some distance. Now she's going over to the left. Alright, guys. Well, you get determined. We have found hatch, of course. We will close it. But are we going to see we're going to see a hook or an escape? It's up to you guys. And Snag, thank you much for the raid of 1. I appreciate you, mate. Oh, good, Snag. You don't need to apologize for that. All right, guys, what's the verdict? T, hook or hatch? I know we're like halfway through the timer. A 3rd raid indeed. Many raids today. And it's 50-50. All right, I see. They say yes for hatch. She begs for mercy. So are we going to give her hatch or hook? The yes doesn't help since it's an or question. Hatch? Okay, so we're gonna give her escape. Stop struggling. Stop struggling. We'll let you get. Well, stop struggling. We're gonna give you the escape. There we go. There we go. You deserve it, Zarina. We'll meet you on the other side. She struggled? It's true, she did struggle, but she didn't struggle off my shoulder. I actually dropped her at the end there. Alright. The rule is if she struggles off my shoulder 3 times, that will kill her then, but she didn't. Hello. Are you just... Okay, enough of your dance. Enough of your dance, Zarina. We're just gonna take you out. Yeah, they've never fixed that for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, wow, that really was 50-50. Alright. Well, that there will be considered a true 4K for the nurse. GG, well played, the D survivors. The backwards wiggle out, you deserve it just for the laugh. I dropped a follow your way. Hope that you all have a great day. Good luck, have fun in your next matches. Anytime. I already have you followed. What's your... I'll drop by you to Russell. Exo Guru's bus. Hold on. They say no, but I feel like it's a yes. Let's see. Exo Grus bus. Oh yeah, look at that. And we have not followed them yet, so we are now following them as well. Very nice. Good luck. They seem pretty nice. I'll definitely have to drop them a raid in the future. Alright, alright. Also, remind me, hold on a second. Did I update the command with the current... Okay, I've not. That's my bad. Hold on a second. Let me update the command with the current giveaway. I, for some reason, completely forgot about that, Streamlabs. Hold on. Because we have the current one that's up in the Discord. There we go. Thank you, artist, for reminding me about that. I completely forgot. Cloudbot, commands, giveaway, and... Okay, so the command is now updated, and the timer will be 2 in just 1 moment. Sorry about that, guys. Completely forgot. That should be good now. Alright, and we also see a spirit. Wait, why are we seeing a spirit? I'm surprised, dear Artemis. You're demanding a spirit match, alright. Well, first, let's do this. So we now need to do Mike's build, right? We need to do Devotion, Furtive Chase, Make Your Choice. Let's make that work first. I also need to update both the Nurse win streak and the Pyramid Head win streak. Was Pyramid Head a 4K or a 3K? It's a 4K. So that was a 4K. Nurse was another 4K. So those two are there. So Nurse is on a 2, and Pyramid Head is on a 4. Let me just update these before I forget. Nurse on 2, Pyramid Head on 4. Perfect. Also, hey Gail, thanks for being such a good person. Thanks to your community, I love you all. I appreciate that, Snag. We love you too, and happy to have you here, my friend. I try my best to have created a really tight-knit and close community, so I'm really happy to see that I was able to accomplish that. Alright, because I like Spirit. Fair enough, I didn't realize that you like Spirit, Artemis. I think that's the first time that I've actually mentioned that, but let's get Mike's build in, shall we? Alright, so let's see. Dark Devotion. So what is it again? We have Dark Devotion, Furtive Chase, and Make Your Choice. Let's do Legion again. Legion's been our guinea pig for these builds, hasn't he? So Dark Devotion, Furtive Chase, and Make Your Choice with a 4th perk of my choosing. I'll probably use Pop just for some gen regression. Let's see. Let's take out all of these real quick. Alright, Dark Devotion, Furtive Chase, Make Your Choice, and Pop. And we're gonna run Stone Sketchbook, Mural Sketch, so this will not be for the win streak, of course. Legion group, let's do it. Indeed. Hope it works. I've done Make Your Choice and Furtive Chase, and I think I enjoy it. So I'm trying to look at Furtive Chase real quick. So every time that you down the obsession, then you reduce your tear radius by 4 meters, which basically means that we're playing Legion with a sprint ability minus the killer instinct, which is fine. That's kind of how we run him anyways, right? Also, I just realized that I did not put on mural sketch and sketchbook. I just did mural sketch. Make your choice within 32 meters, and then pop goes the weasel. So yeah, overall, I think this will be pretty good. I think it'll be pretty good. I think this is better on some other killers, to be fair. Some, you know, more M1 focused killers, like Hag, I would say. But we don't have these all on Hag, so eventually we'll be testing these out on her, I think. Paying attention right now until my crush comes back? That's fair, Artemis, that's fair. Parkour Warlord Legion, that's what I'm saving up for next. What is that, Bamboozle plus Fire Up, Carl? Yeah, that's true. You did come up with that one, didn't you? Oh, I forgot to do the challenge. That's a whoops. Oh well. We'll do that next time. Snag is a communal Valentine. Thought about going to a Valentine's Day haunted house. Unless it's like a socially distanced haunted house, which I'm not sure how you'd make that work. I might recommend against that just for safety's concerned, but, you know. Just be safe about it. Brutal and enduring. Interesting. Okay, okay. I see you, I see you. That might be interesting. Alright. Just wait on one more. Very nice. And I think the last perk that we need to do to finish all of the killer challenges is Nurse's Calling. Yeah, I like the perk combo. In theory, there's a lot of synergy focused around the obsession. I think I just need to think who would be best. I think Hag, honestly, Mike. Because the nice thing of Hag, right, is that Hag can teleport upwards of 40 meters off of her trap. Excuse me. So, if you do this, you put a trap in front of the hook, and let's say they're not a Swift. This only really works against a non-Swift. So you put a trap in front of the hook, you wait for the trap to get set off, you use an add-on that extends the duration of the trap, so that way you can teleport after the hook is unhooked because they think, oh, he's not going to come back. You teleport once Make Your Choice is activated, ITH the unhooker, and immediately down them again. So you pretty much should always get an ITH insta-down on the unhooker using Make Your Choice. For those who don't know who Michi is, he is a German Dead by Daylight player, and oh my god, he is one of the best Hags in the world. I definitely have a different style than him, but I've seen him use Make Your Choice in a very similar way, and it is very, very powerful, to say the least. So that's what I would say. That is what I would say. Because every time they get the unhook, they become the obsession, Dark Devotion procs, and so on and so forth. Get ready to Survivor? Alright, sounds good, Snag, sounds good. My Hag is only a level 4. I haven't touched her leveling. I would highly recommend leveling up your Hag if you don't have Ruin, Mike. If you do have Ruin from the Shrine, obviously it's in the Shrine this week, so if you don't have it and do want it, I'd definitely grab that. But, I mean, to be fair, Hag doesn't need to be far leveled up. She's pretty powerful without perks, and even add-ons, I'd say. Haddonfield Legion feels bad, but, I mean, Legion's not bad due to the fact that there is a lot of vaults that we can use our power on. The only issue, of course, is going to be finding the survivors early, but man, they made themselves very apparent with that sprint out front. I'd say if you're ever survivor on Haddonfield, you want to be behind the buildings and make it hard for, you know, the killer to find you. But with her coming out front and sprinting at that made my life a whole lot easier. So let's go for the Claude. Unfortunately, she is a non-obsession, so we're not going to get much value here. Alright, she'll vault. Does she have enough distance to actually get away? The answer is yes, because I think she just bamboozled me. Yeah, she absolutely just bamboozled me. Nicely done, Claudette. So if there's, let's say, 3 people on a gen, we're going to see a gen pop off in, like, 5 seconds. More like right now. So that's the 3-person gen, maybe. Maybe a 2-person, which could mean that there's a 1-person gen somewhere else. But we see 1 survivor here. Let's try and find them with our Feral Frenzy, which should be back up in just one moment. Is she 99 in a sprint burst? I think not. Once again, a non-obsession, so no Dark Devotion tech. But we do hear and then not hear where people are. Alright, do we have enough time to get to that survivor? I think we do, especially as they're approaching me. And this should work out, thanks to Mural Sketch and Stolen Sketchbook. She-Men's in front of me? Perfect. Let's get her down. Start getting some make your choice triggers. Alright, Claudie. What's the game plan, eh? She's going up to Mikey's house. She has to have a dead heart if she wants to make this work. And I think even then, just not enough distance. I mean, it definitely works out in Legion's favor. It's still a rough map, to say the least, though. Like, if I could never see a Haddonfield match, I would be very happy. Oh, Coldwind Legion? Yeah, that's a lot of distance to make up, I will say. Alright, so we have Pop available. We have Make Your Choice active now. We hear someone downstairs here. Be like, where I live, man, I'm going to sleep. Alright, give me curves. I appreciate stopping by, saying hi, as always. And thank you for the bit. A bit for my thoughts. I appreciate it, mate. Make a Choice is now active over at the hook. So let's go there. Of course, the survivor knows that they are exposed. So I doubt that they'll be, you know, too eager to see us. And it was not the Elodie, surprisingly. I thought based on our positioning that maybe it was, but apparently not. And we still have not seen the Nia, who is the obsession. Now, I think that she goes for a vault here. Yep. Dead hard. Dead hard. No dead hard. Excellent. Make a Choice is still active for, what, like another 15 seconds, give or take. So let's hook her back here. I was going to say get a pop-off on this gen, but no dice. They are pushing through gens pretty quick. But by the time I think that they get an unhook, I think that Make Your Choice will be active once again. Let's go check basement, see if we need to pop that gen again. And see if we can actually find this Nia. Alright. They have not touched basement gen again. Interesting. Alright, Make Your Choice is active, so if we find the Nia, she is the only healthy survivor, so that would be ideal for us, I suppose. And they have not healed under hook. Oh no, they have. Who's this? Is this an Elodie, or is this... It's an Elodie? Okay. Tell me where your friend is. That's my question. Where's the Nia? Oh, Nia. Okay, we found two of them, but that's another gen that's popped off. Bad news. You're injured. Alright, I guess I'll go for you. You're not the Nia that we're looking for. So he goes off to the side, that's fine. It's a pretty easy house to loop as a killer. It's pretty unsafe for survivors, I'd say. She does not go back upstairs. Instead, Claude will try and play this pallet. It's a pretty safe pallet, to be fair, so I think she can drop that early. But with a Bloodlust, we might be able to make this work in our favor. Ooh, hoo, hoo. She almost got tripped up there. And she has sealed her fate. That was a false hit. That was not a dead hard. That was just a false hit on our part. Behavior being behavior, and there's no pallet here for her. Oh, there's a pallet. It didn't look like there was for a while there. Fair enough. And then we see a 10% regression back in the basement. Last time we checked, it was a dead gen, but they could have doubled up on it. Now, this hook placement might be to my disadvantage, unfortunately, due to the fact that we might be within 32 meters by the time we get down to the basement. We'll find out in a second. Alright, there's that 10% regression, but this actually is pretty much dead in the water. So I think we're going to save her pop. Yeah, Nia's been pretty immersed. Well, patrol... Okay, outside of the range of Make Your Choice. So now it could be the Elodie or the Nia is what we're looking for. We see Claude self-carrying. Was that an insta-heal, maybe? Scratch marks go back behind the house. Now, whoever this is the unhooker. And we don't see blood, so it is someone healthy. So it could be either the Nia or the Elodie. Let's try and find them before Make Your Choice runs out. Okay, scratch marks continue. They know that they're exposed. Scratch marks don't continue. Hold up. They ended very abruptly. I have no idea where she went. No idea. The unhookers have been very, very immersed. They just make a choice and up and leave pretty quick. Now they are back down here, and that's one additional gen finished. I'm just gonna check this real quick. No. I think that they're still down there, just not sure if I want to go through every single locker and listen to a gen pop off. And unfortunately, with very little gen pressure, even if Pop goes to Weasel on this map, we're kind of in a tough spot. So now it just comes down to us making some altruistic plays. And now she's back in the House of Pain. So let's make her drop the pallet. Yep, she drops early. She will not make the vault without getting hit first. Alright, we're going to try and play off their altruism by downing this Feng Min, is my thought here. She's thinking, you know, what if this exit gate is already 99? You know, who knows? Looks like it is. But no dice, Claudette. That is not an option for you. Instead, we are going to bring this Feng Min further into the map. You can take a hit if you want. That was a septic. Ooh. LD here too. Man, if we had Matt Grid, imagine the value. Yeah, did not make use of furtive chase, or I literally have not seen, even here, even in this moment, we have not seen the Nia. Okay, here she is, actually. This is going to be the Nia right down here. Alright, we've hit the Nia. Should be able to body block here. For some reason, she didn't realize that there was a window right behind her, even though we body blocked. Now we got the Dark Devotion proc here. Now they do not know where we are. I mean, they should know where we are, but they don't really know where we are. Yep, there we go. There's the Feng Min. Now Feng Min probably still has DS, mind you. Now, Dark Devotion has procs. Now, Claudette's there. But how about that Nia? Oh, she went around. If we would have cut her off in front, we would have been fine. Alright, so we're gonna not push them out. They can make a choice to go out if they want. Let's see if we eat a DS, I guess. Alright, we do not eat a DS. Feng Min goes up on a hook. I'm not sure if Feng Min's dead, though. She is not. We might be able to get some additional value. We'll see. Let's even do this. We're gonna let them heal. Yep, we're gonna let them heal. We're now gonna move outside of 32 meters. There we go. We're now outside of 32 meters. Let's see what they do. They're all swarming, by the way, though. Yeah, look at that. They're all swarming. So we're just gonna wait. And it's not the Nia. We see that much. Okay, there we go. So, hey, what's up, Wayward Soul Guide? So now we sprint back to the door. We have to guess who it is. It's not the Feng Min. It's either the Claude or the Elodie. That's all we know now. Oh, we'll down you. It's not the Elodie, so it must be the Claude. There we go. Claude down. We're gonna pick you up. Yo, what's up, Cadaver Girl? Thank you much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. And that should be 2 kills. We did bring this back, I will say, at the end there. So we did get some value off that Claude. Now Claude is up. Note that fact. Oh, nice job, Elodie. She must have had Unbreakable there. Nicely done. In-game bits too, very nice. Got my first up yesterday and bits. Congratulations, Wayward Soul Guide. Sounds like things are going well for you, but GG, well played to these survivors. That Nia was wicked immersed, so she made it very hard for us to get value there. But I think we actually did a fun little thing there at the end and was able to get some value nonetheless. Oh my god. Well, sorry that we didn't get more Dark Devotion Furtive Chase value out of that game. The Nia was just way too immersed for our liking. But we did make your choice work in the end against that Claude. Unfortunately, I may have made the wrong choice by not picking her up immediately, instead going for the LD. Probably should have just taken her to a hook and got into 2K. That being said, that there is the Dark Devotion Furtive Chase Make Your Choice build. I will use that on a better killer next time. Ideally, we'll have more perks on more killers, because I think this is going to be the best build on like a hag or a nurse. Anyone with like a long range ability. But we do get now a Wheel of Killer for Artemis, first off and foremost. Let's find out who that might be. So the wheel, excuse me. So the Wheel of Killer spins on Mr. Billy. Do you guys want to play Billy? You guys want to re-roll? Up to you guys. Now Flap says, no Billy. Instead, we'll be getting Mr. Bubba. So we transition from Mr. Bubba Light to Mr. Bubba himself. All right, all right. So Spirit's after this, Artemis, because you spun the wheel and then you did Spirit. So we're going to do Spirit right after this, I promise. All right, though. And this is going to be... And a stretch from Wayward Soul Guide. I appreciate that. Always forget the stretch. Oh, and a hydrate. And, oh god, are we going to do a hydrate train? Is that what's going to happen? Darth Insidious Bubba? So, okay, so I don't want to run Insidious. I guess I can... Do I want to do that with a streak? Oh god. Do we need Discordance, theoretically speaking? No. I guess we can run Insidious. That's fine. Insidious. It's after the H's. That's right. Oh, it's right there. That just shows you how much I use Insidious. I have no idea where the hell it is. It sent it twice, I think, because you sent it... One part was in the actual request, and one part was, you know, your actual message. You have 6.7k, fair enough. Alright, by the way, 2 hydrates, that's right. So lucky you, I won't be making you run Territory Imperative on top of which. Yeah, then we really would be Darth Insidious Bubba, but who knows, maybe might get that Territory Imperative prior to the end of this match. Alright, so we got the Wheel of Killer, we got the reroll, so Stretch, the Hydrate, the Perk, and the Hydrate. So what's next is Spirit. Alright. Alright. Whoa, and Mr. Steve, the baby Steve. That's all I'm going to call this Steve skin, is just Babyface Steve. Alright, Babyface Steve, let's ready up, shall we? Are you ready to play against Darth Bubba? Probably not. I don't think anyone's ready to play against Bubba, I'll be honest with you. There are some key exceptions with that rule. Alright, well let's see. So here's a good question for you guys. The red envelope that are part of the event, does it benefit me as well as or only the person who's using it? About to do something I think, would an idiot do that? I mean, the question is, Carl, are you using it in the way of, should I do it? Is it funny? Or is this a dumb idea? Should I not do it? Was everyone, but I'm not, I don't know for sure. I have to take a look at the actual description and find out, I guess. To be fair, right now, it's not like I'm really doing too much with killers, right? All my blood points are going to survivors anyways. Alright, though. The idea, it makes me want to do it more. That's just who I am. That's fair, Carl. That's fair. Alright. So, let's take a look and see what map we're on. That will determine a lot for Darth Bubba here, based on both the basement, as we will try and get some hooks down there, you know, be on theme with Darth Insidious Bubba. It's Ormond, oof. Not a bad map, but it's a pretty big map. And that's where, instead of having Insidious Discordance would be really good for us. Now, they could have spawned over by Shack, and they did. Excellent. So we see one person up on the hill, being a brave little survivor, thinking, you know, what if I sat up here? Would that be okay? Well, you dropped a pallet this early, Steve? Oh my god, this boy did. You are a baby Steve, aren't you? You're a baby boy Steve. Your skin matches your abilities. Alright, so let's bring Stevie boy up. There's a person on the chest on this hill, by the way. You know, the person on it next to the hook that I'm gonna hook the Steve on. Alright, let's do that. We see one person on a pretty far out gen. I'll see one person nearby. Let's go for that person first and try and get that regressing before, you know, coming into any other chases. Unfortunately, it's pretty far away, so we might not have enough time to actually get to it. We'll find out, though. Rough. That is a rough one. Now, is there only one person or two? It looks like one person. Now, I am surprised to see that go off that soon. No toolbox in hand either, so no brand new parts or anything like that. Ooh, we almost mind gamed her into the pallet for that down, but she should have to give me pallet this time too. Yep, we're just gonna have her feed me pallets every time we charge. Either that or death to the Nia. Alright, upsy daisy. Alright, that's a 10% regression. I'm not sure what that other one was, though. Alright, that's fine. We also see Baby Steve approaching me for some reason. Why do you approach the Darth Bubba, Steve? What is your game plan? There's a Dead Hard, that's fine. We'll get it down here. He might still have DS, though. That's what I'm a little bit afraid of. So instead, we're going to go for this Nia. Yeah, Baby Steve is definitely showing his true colors. She vaults, meaning that I don't really have much here. We'll vault down, too. She goes back in, maybe going for the unhook. Instead, she will go back upstairs. I wonder if she'll go for that vault again. If that is the case, we will M1 her. Oh no, she committed this time. So we'll get the pallet out of the way. Alright, there's going to be another pallet here unless she doesn't drop it. Perfect. And then a vault to boot. Mid-vault allows us the M1 though. Let's see if she goes all the way around. And the answer is no, she doubles back. Smart. That was smart play of her. Yeah, now she's all the way upstairs. So she has pretty good positioning now. But we see 3 survivors here, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable. You want to give me this pallet? Yep. They're gonna run out of pallets very soon, by the way. Let's mind gamer into giving me this pallet or down. There we go. We got the pallet and no stun either. Excellent. I think the Baby Steve wants to die, I'll be honest with you. I think he has opted for death. Alright, up he goes, Baby Steve. He's like, just kill me, please, for the love of God. End my suffering. Let me join the dark side. Did she mind game me, or did I mind game myself, it looks like? Looks like I mind game myself and she's back in the tile. Yep, she vaults. Now that should give us enough distance, the pressure to that pallet, otherwise we'll get a M1 here at the very least. And she locks herself out to boot. Alright, Nia, what's the game plan, eh? Hi, Baby Steve. And bye, Baby Steve. I'm not gonna hook him, though. I'm just gonna let him slug out for a little bit. Think about his life decisions. She vaults. She realizes the error of her ways, though. And down goes the Nia. Where's she? Wait. Nia? 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 Can someone tell me what just happened? The Nia was injured. Wait. Can someone tell me what just happened? Like, she was definitely injured. And then I downed her. But then she wasn't down. Right? Am I crazy? Am I stupid? Maybe a little bit of both? Huh. I'm very confused now, in fact. Unless maybe, did I chase the wrong Nia? We got God Pal out of the way. Good news there, I suppose. Yeah, that left me very confused, in fact. And he stood back up. Interesting. Huh. Well, you drop the pallet this time, maybe? Please? I just want to get rid of this pallet. That'd be very nice. Alright, well, I didn't get rid of the pallet, but we got rid of the Nia. That's good news. I have to look back at that VOD, I really do. Because I'm just wicked confused what happened. Like, I'm not sure, maybe she had, like, an insta-heal in her pocket, and she used it during chase? Like, that's my only thought process. Otherwise, I think I just got robbed it down. Now, she's upstairs. We'll let her be. That's manual. That's, you know, automatically regressing. And unfortunately, got this. Nice job, Thingmin. Yeah, they got one gen left. I am mildly concerned with the fact that I think we've lost this round due to, I don't know, a bug maybe? Huh. Maybe she is 90, I don't know, maybe she is 99 for all I know? She'll vault in. Okay. So we'll go for you again. You'll drop it on me, robbing you of a resource for later. You never did get this out of the way, I guess. Unfortunate. We'll now go back into middle, where obviously they will be, and then check here as well. They're upstairs. All they need to do is split effectively on 3 gens. I know that 2 of them are on death hook, but still. Just need to be conscious of that and just whittle them down bit by bit. No, she's trying to draw me away. We won't let that happen. Alright, they're on this gen now. There's the baby Steve. Let's get him out of the game, trying to reduce some resources, right? Alright, there's God Pallet that's already been downed up here. So we're gonna have to chainsaw through that before getting to him. You won't make it to that pallet though, that's good. Alright, let's pick you up. Let's hook, and then go over to that gen that the Thingmin was working on. Get that regressing. Rune smoke there. There's the Thingmin. The only issue is that there's another gen that's being worked on, so now we have 1, 1, and 1, realistically speaking, of where, you know, what gens they're working on, right? We need to try and manage these accordingly. Yeah, and this one's furthest along with the Nia. Pretty sure this is the Nia that should be dead. No, it's not. It's the other one. The Yabadu should be the one that's dead. And she'll bring me for a pretty long loop here. She's not dumb, to say the least. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem, Bubba. Come on. Can't... Oh, he didn't tantrum that, though. Alright. We may have spent too much time here, giving the Fang the ability to pop her gen on the other side. And middles also be progressed pretty well in. Yep, there she goes. Now, she does get down. Okay, you know what? The exit gates aren't in a horrible spot. We might be able to make this work if we can get there fast enough after the hook. Hold on, hold on. No one's here as of right now. We see no one on the exit gate yet. Now they are. By the time I get there, will they have it done in time is the question. I'm very concerned that they might. This might be big enough that we will lose our win streak on Bubba because of it. No, they fell off very quickly. And will probably try and loop me here. Now here's the next problem, right? If they're all the way on the other side next to that other exit gate, then we need to, unfortunately, get this down and then go there. But I don't think we're going to be able to do that in time. Balanced landing, indeed. Now, she's on comms with the other Nia, more likely than not, and knows that she can make it in time. Alright, we're going to go for the other Nia. Hopefully they don't escape yet, and we can get some pressure here, unless they know where Hatch is. If they know where Hatch is, then it's game over. Where is she going? Do they know exactly where Hatch is? Is that what's about to happen here? No, they don't. Thank God for that. She's going to have to loot me or find Hatch. Okay. We're not going to hit her. We don't want to give her momentum. Okay. So, unfortunately, we already had the other Nia escape. So, that will be a loss of our win streak on Bubba. I am so confused, though, on what happened this match. Oh, she's dead, too. I didn't realize that. I guess she was dead along with the other Nia. Shoot. Which means we'll see 2 escapes here. I'm hoping that that one Nia is... Yeah, dead hard. Well, we expect as much. She wasn't just going to get down for no reason, unless maybe she was a very cocky survivor. But GG, well played to these survivors. Yeah, so... Yabadu did not have a med kit. Yo, what's up, Dapper Hughes? You hate Bubba? I can understand that. Bubba's hard to play against, but don't worry, mate. It's not something that we play all the time. We're right now spinning the wheel of killer to determine who we play as. And someone decided to make us use Insidious. That would be the wheel wizard himself, Mr. Carl. But do appreciate stopping by, saying hi. I would love to have you join the Guilty Ones if you are interested. Spirit time? It is spirit time. You are right, Artemis. You did request a spirit. Alright, though. And let's just update Bubba real quick. Yeah, even with Discordance, I don't feel like I would have been able to really do much that match, just thanks to Ormond. Ormond is a very difficult Bubba map, to say the least. What's up? GG's, Adrian. Out of curiosity, Adrian, were you one of the Nias? If so, I have a question for you and Dapper Hughes, if you guys were one of the Nias. Because I feel like I got a hit on one of you guys through a window and downed you, but you weren't downed, and I was very confused. I missed it. What are your thoughts on this year's? In what way? Like, thoughts in, like, the actual look of them, or my thoughts on the fact that they're behind a paywall? Personally, I don't mind either ways. Behavior gave us, you know, prior knowledge. You're the Fang main, Adrian? No, Steve? Dang. Yeah, I'm very confused on those Nias. So I'm not sure if you guys saw, but I downed a Nia at a window and she got back up and I was just wicked confused. And I think it honestly threw me off way too much. But either ways, I do appreciate both stopping by, saying hi. And like I said to Dapper Hughes, would love to have you both here as part of Guilty Ones if you are interested. We are an educational killer main that plays killer and teaches killer how to play killers. Jesus, I'm butchering that that sentence there, but also survivors how to play against killer. We also do stream in dedication to Extra Life, where we're trying to help heal kids at Sanford Children's Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. And with that being said, thank you much for the follow, Adrian. I appreciate it, mate. Welcome to the Guilty Ones. Happy to have you here. Visual? I like the visual. I really like the Wraith one. I don't care for the skull head, but everything else, like the gold ornate bones, I really do like. As far as the Deathslinger, I think it's probably one of the better Deathslinger skins, to be honest with you. That or the, like, Vigilante. Been losing pips since the update? Yeah. I know of Survivor because Unbreakable is currently broken. Ironically, that is a current issue to be had. Cancer Hospital, just all things. So it goes specifically to the Extra Life Foundation. I don't think it goes specifically to just cancer, but to basically supporting the entire Miracle Children's Hospital network. So, for example, since I'm dedicating my stream to Sanford Children's Hospital, it supports them, you know, whether that be for bills, equipment, stuff like that. I'd have to ask the hospital specifically what the funds are being used for. I know right now one of their biggest initiatives is obviously COVID relief, because, well, kids are also getting COVID, and I also do live in North Dakota, where it's the #1 hotspot to, well, get COVID. Alright, based on spawns, right, let's head over this way. We kind of spawn near Killer Shack, or what's considered Killer Shack on this map. And we do see scratch marks pretty early on. Hello, Elodie. Let's get a hit on you real quick. Alrighty, right, Elodie. What's the game plan? No Iron Will on you, which is good for me. She'll vault in, and thank you much for the follow, Dapper Hughes. I appreciate you, mate. Welcome to the Guilty Ones. Where's she going? Oh my god, seriously. We apparently saw scratch marks across the streams, and we were chased after someone else that was not the Elodie. Good news is this. I did hear someone else right here, but they did fall off pretty quick. The show Fargo, I have seen it. I have never, like, dedicated time to watch it, though. When I said to everyone that I'm moving to Fargo, North Dakota, that was the first thing. That in the movie, everyone's like, you gotta watch it. I'm like, okay, I'll watch some of it. So I watched the movie, and I watched some of the TV show. Sure, give me God Palette. You're not even injured, Yui. That was a bad mistake on your part. Let's get some distance on her. They are doing really well, actually, of moving around me and doing gens. Unfortunately, Treatment Theater is not the best map for Spirit, in my opinion. I don't think she really has any weak maps, but still. Alright, will she double back through? She will. Nope, you don't make that. No ifs, ands, or buts there. That's a 10% regression on that gen. That might give me enough time to get a pop. But yeah, so literally when I moved to Fargo, that was like the first thing that everyone and their grandparents like, you should watch the movie. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. Alright, we see scratch marks there. We see a barbecue and chili trigger there. Let's try and make our way there and for a pop and or a grab. Not enough distance for a grab, but we should definitely get a pop in hand. Alright, Elodie, time to down you now. Trying to see where the hell you've went off to. They get the unhook, we pop the gen. Good. Alright, let's go for the Elodie now. She's hoping that maybe God Pal is still here. It is not, for obvious reasons. Nice job. Alright, we got her faked out. So she's going to lose a lot of distance here. And she does not have anything to kind of work off of. Good attempt with that firecracker. I think that's probably one of the better ways to use it, in my opinion. That's another 10% regression. Let's sprint over there for phase. And also 10% regression there. That was not pretty well done. So we're gonna jump over here. We may have made a mistake in giving them this this gen. We'll see in a second. We did not. Thank the Lord for that. So we'll be able to get a pop-off here, getting that down by 25%. And now going after the Nia, seeing how she'll play this. Alright. Doubles back. Probably going to try and get the pallet throw on me, I imagine. We'll let her get the pallet throw, and we'll break it, because this is a very strong pallet. So it's better to just pressure that and let them drop, I suppose. That's still regressing. She did not gen tap. Let's gain a little bit more distance on top of which. No, we're going to get a grab on you. I don't know why she went into the locker. Maybe it was a deception, but we'll find out at the end of the match if she has deception in hand. If not, though, that was a really bad play on her part. Alright, we'll get the hook here, right next to this gen. And we'll see that they're over here on the far side. Can our phase get there fast enough before they pop is the question, though. Answer? Maybe. And the answer is yes, surprisingly. Okay. I'll pop that. Now, we didn't see any scratch marks, so either they assumed we were going to them and dipped off, or they're on comms and they knew. Yeah, that 99 gen was a bit scary, to say the least. Thankfully, Pop was able to get some value. Alright, they did get another gen, though. We expect them to probably go for the unhook on this side. Crows have not been disturbed, though. Alright, we're gonna go back to the 99 gen, actually. Even that 25%, we want to be careful. Hello, Yui. Alright, what's the game plan here? She'll drop down. I don't think anyone's on the gen. Ooh, actually there is. I wasn't hearing anyone on it at first. Alright, we'll get the Elodie. Perfect, perfect. She lost a ton of momentum there. That might be her downfall, and we might be able to get another pop on here, too. Ooh, nice, nice. You can't really vault this, so I'm curious what your game plan is now. If you can get this down into a pickup with Thrilling, I think that'd be golden. Alright, we see Nia here on this gen. That's okay, we'll get a Thrilling Tremors off. Yeah, I don't know why she left it. It's why I decided to pressure her. If she would have continued looping that, I would have had to break it very quickly. I did not watch last night's game. How was it? Oh, they did get that gen, though. Alright, we'll have to protect this a little bit here. Scratch marks going away. And they're injured to boot. Okay, let's pressure them. Now, they either have Iron Will or I just track someone else by accident. Alright, Elodie's here and Yui's here. Yui's the person we want to go for since she won't have DS. She has a little bit of distance on her. I'm trying to think here. No pallet here. She'll vault. She does not have life. We might end up... There we go. I was about to say, we might end up losing the gen in the middle with this chase. So if I came out with Meme Bubba because we thought it was over and we won? Seriously, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But winning by 1 point, that's almost as close as we got with the OOD match. Holy hell. Nicely done, though. Who are you guys playing against? It is on 3 sills, but not enough to get it done. Wait, you guys won with a meme build Bubba against Deity? Are you serious? That's insane. 4K at 2 gens left? Holy hell. I mean, Bubba is definitely a force to be reckoned with, and a good Bubba at that can do a lot of damage real quick. Okay, she knew not to play around the pallet. That was smart of her. And I just messed up. Az lost her. Az lost so much. Oh, nope. She played herself. Yeah, she absolutely played herself here. Are they on that gen? I'm not sure if they're on the middle gen anymore either. They are based on Thrilling Tremors. Good to know. Let's hook her in the middle, actually, and then get that. That's the thing? Interesting. I wonder... I don't know. Maybe... I'm still very curious how Gilty has the name of, you know, third best team in North America. You know, who gave him that title or that reputation? Because it's starting to seem like that, that doesn't seem to be the case. I'll be honest with you. Alright, they're going for the unhook. After that show, I have no clue. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I'll be honest with you, against, like, CDM is one thing. You know, losing to CDM, but losing to, like, a meme build Bubba? That's insane. That is utterly insane. We'll break this, since it's already on it. When you join sample text? We'll see, we'll see. But, I am very excited to be playing CDM, this weekend. And funny enough about Gilty, we were actually supposed to scrim them tonight, but right now it looks like they only have a killer to scrim against and not their survivors, which is unfortunate. I wanted to play against them and see how I fared. Where are you going, Claudie? Where are you going? Alright, you have a vault here. That was kind of a mid-vault. Is she upstairs? No, she's right here. There we go. Unfortunately, we do see one gen pop off. I'm trying to think of locations of gens and what pressure they have. I'm not sure. Okay. Interesting use of firecrackers again. No one there. Oh, that's bad news. That's bad news, Bears. They did not commit to it. I'm surprised. I think they could have had that gen, and that would have changed the entire game. Alright, I need to just pop over to this generator real quick. I didn't see anyone on barbecue and chili, but I need to make sure. It's silent as a lamb. Relatively so, but still. I need to have one of these survivors out soon, otherwise I will lose this match without a doubt. There's Nia and Cheryl. I'll let them reset as long as they're not on these gens, which they are, of course. Getting it down here is a must. Now, Claude feels invincible. Oh, of course. We see both Nia and Claude. Let's get Claude out of the game. She mid-vaults. No dice. Unfortunately, it is the fact that I have 0 perks on Spirit. So, back on November 9th, when I did my progression series for Killer, we went through it slowly but surely. And it just ended with us having some pretty bad perks on Spirit, as you can see. Alright, Thrilling Tremors. And everything's locked down. That's good. So, Claude is on 2. We see 2 healing over there. Can I commit to this? Close, but no cigar. We'll get the Nia. Now, the hope is that no one's on gens. If we can get this Nia down and keep them going for hooks, then we're golden. She'll drop early. Did not vault back. I don't think she gets a fast vault here, but she baits it instead. I was a bit greedy, I guess. That was my bad, into a life, too. Alright, we're gonna jump back onto gens. Yeah, I felt like I had the hit the first time and the second time, but no dice, apparently. They're back on this gen from the sound of things. We need to get manually aggressing, even though we aren't going to get much value out of it. And then there's the Elodie. I needed it down there so badly. Okay, there's the Nia. I have to go for the Nia. I can't let her escape this time. Oh, bollocks. I didn't realize that was the basement window. Okay, down her. Thrilling Tremors is still not up. The level 1 Thrilling Tremors is just garbage. It really is. And I know, the hitboxes are very much busted, to say the least. Alright, hook her. And immediately go to... Crap, that gen. That's what I was afraid of. And why do I see scratch marks? Oh, that's why. She's walking. Oh, we lost this match. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think I also could have been a bit more ruthless and not played around them like this. We're gonna have to play around their altruism now and see if we can get some plays, I guess. Yeah, I'm still surprised that Poggy and Sam haven't delayed the league at all. Oh, she's dead, which means 2 escapes. Yep, Legion loses it. Or not Legion, Spirit. Spirit loses her win streak. That's unfortunate. To be fair, I don't really care for this map on Spirit. It's very iffy. There's a lot of ways to mind game Spirit on this map. And they're both on Death Hook too. Yeah, I think that's too nice. But GG, well played to these survivors. I think the streak was only like at 6-7, to be honest. So I don't think it was too much. Spirit was on a 7, yeah. So she's now at a best of 7 and on a current of 0. C'est la vie, though. You win some, you lose some. And that's the first time I've played Spirit on Leary's in a long time, too. Playing the Survivor rulebook, I see. Eh, trying to play fair. To be honest, I should have gotten someone out a lot sooner. Yeah, I think that would have been my game if I actually would have tunneled someone out of the map, or at least gotten someone out real quick. I appreciate it. Good luck, have fun in your next matches. Yeah, you had your chance to get me at like 3 gens. Yeah, I know. And at least the guy seems pretty chill. Alright, though. Well, I think that was our entire queue of channel point rewards. So you guys want to spin the wheel of Killer again? You guys want to play another match of the Spirit? Up to you guys. Never mind, Giraffe says, no more Killer. In fact, we will be playing some Survivor. Let's get on some Survivor challenges. Sounds like a plan. Alright. Well, let's get this out of the way. Or play Survivor, enjoy that misery. It happens, it happens. Repair a total of 4 generators, or vault a pallet and window well and chase 6 times. We can do Leap of Faith first, I think. Alright, so I see Giraffe readied up. Anyone else looking to join? I see Dark Wolf, but I think Dark Wolf might be streaming. And then everyone else is League and probably doing some scrims right now. Alright. Well, in that case, let's ready up, and I'm gonna pour some blood points into Lori here. Try and get her to level 35. Yeah, the biggest thing that I'd say for any Survivor right now, honestly, Kieran, is just to throw pallets as much as possible, and just throw them early. Like, do not hesitate to throw pallets at all, because if you hesitate, a pallet throw, you lose. Yeah, what's up, Space Printer? How you doing? Good luck, have fun? I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Have fun with that? Alright. But, Space Printer, were you in the last game out of curiosity, or were you out of the directory? Curious. Okay, well, that's fine. At least the red envelope is also 3,000. We'll go for the firecrackers. Prove thyself. I'm not getting on Dead by Daylight for a while. I understand that, Artemis. I understand that. I feel like a lot of people are in the same boat right now until they fix hitboxes. Alright. Neither one of these is great for me to grab, honestly. And there we go. That should be the best use of our blood points there for this blood web, meaning that we are now at level 30. Now, we don't have a teachable here. It's going to be level 35 that we see the next teachable for Lori. By the way, Artemis, you will like what you see in a moment. I have gotten outfits for all of my survivors now. Of course it would do that. Of course, I'm going to spend an extra 1,000 blood points. Let's do this. Oh, yeah? Yeah, indeed. We'll do you and you. And Space Printer, thank you much for the raid. I appreciate it, mate. Welcome, welcome, raiders. How you doing today? And Space Printer, thank you much for the follow. Welcome to the Guilty Ones, my friend. I am Mark, aka Guiltspower. I'm here to teach killers how to play killer and survivors how to play against killer. I'm an educational killer, with that being said. As you can see, though, we are playing some Survivor, as chat does love forcing me to play. But welcome, everyone. We also do support a charitable cause. We do stream in dedication to Extra Life. We're here to teach, here to help children at Sanford Children's Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. So if you are looking to donate, you can do so using our tip donation menu right below the video, where you can actually force me to eat some hot ones, hot wings for your enjoyment. But appreciate you all, and welcome, welcome. Also, last time I went ago with stream and games, so I'll try leaving it up to you. All right, sounds good. And name goes here. Thank you much for the gift sub to Wayward Soul Guide. I appreciate ya. Alright, got a red envelope and blood points across the board. Sounds like a plan. And a stretch from Space Printer. Thank you, thank you. Always good to get a good stretch in. Oh. Wanted my little present icon back? That's fair, T, that's fair. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. All right. Hey, what's up, Murder Middens? How you doing today? How's your Thursday been? Hopefully it's been going well. All right, well, let's see what map we end up on. Hopefully something worth our while. No Learys, no, actually, Disturbed Ward. You know what? I just realized I still have not played on the new Disturbed Ward at all. But we instead get the Thompson House. All right. So first off and foremost, we want to do some gens in the middle, meaning that we might need to wait out the killer. So the killer's probably over by Killer Shack over there, or by the corner over there based on our spawn. We're gonna wait for them to pass by. Oh wait, we also see a Corrupt Intervention. Ooh, Corrupt Intervention, you say? Also, my jar's decided to go. Now, I am slightly worried that this is a stealth killer. We have not heard a single bit of noise from the killer thus far. So I'm afraid that it might be a Mikey Myers or a Ghostface. Feel like we already would have seen a Wraith. Is one also blocked? It is not. Okay, let's work on this one. I do, it's been good for the most part, but DBD not so good, at least for me. That's fair. Yeah, I feel like right now, killers aren't being affected as much as survivors, so I can understand that. Okay, where is the stealth killer? I'm very concerned. Like, I ran around that side of the map and saw nothing. So I'm ready to get grabbed off this gen, that's for sure. Actually, let me get on this side. That way I might have a bit more time to react in case of a stealth killer. Yeah, the hitboxes are pretty bad. Thankfully, they're not all bad. Okay, they're on the Cheryl. Good news. They're not all bad, but yeah, they can be pretty bad sometimes, especially, I'd say maybe not on Vault specifically, but on loops. They can get pretty dicey. All right, Cheryl brought the killer over to my direction from the looks of things. She was being chased, but I'm not sure by who. We still didn't hear any terror radius nonetheless. I still don't know who the killer is. I'm gonna head out. I need to do some work, but I hope you all have a fun time in the stream. I appreciate that, Amy. Have a good one. Oh, it's a trapper. Wait, it's a trapper? Wait, really? I would have never guessed that in a million years. Like, just based on the tear radius. The fresh hell? Maybe they have monitored abuse is the only thing I'm thinking. Unless Trapper's tear radius is broken. Like Oni. Nope, there it is. Hi, Trapper. Bye, Trapper. Did a Trapper lose me somehow? I don't know how the Trapper lost me, but apparently we're a ghost. So that's okay. Let's do this gen real quick. Scratch Mirror Myers? No. Now, no one's going for our friend on the hook, though. I'm mildly concerned about that. We kind of need to get them before they get to phase 2. I'm so sorry, mate. I was coming for you, but then Trapper chased me off. I guess I should have stayed closer. I'm so sorry to this person. Yeah, they're on phase 2 now. I'm so sorry. Let me heal you up. Yeah, that sucks for them. Alright, let's heal you and then jump on this gen, shall we? Alright, there goes Giraffe. We need to protect this Neo for life, unfortunately, so if the Trapper comes for them, we're gonna have to take some hits. He's running barbecue as per usual. Gotcha. Stealth Myers went up against last night. He never even got his tier 1 off. He stayed silent the whole game. Yeah, see, I was playing not barbecue, BK Myers yesterday, perkless for Carl. Trapper seems to be patrolling near Giraffe. No, he's coming our way now, it looks like. Thompson's maybe quarter and a half done. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. But he's pretty much zoning you out right now. So I'm gonna try and finish this gen with the Nia. Unfortunately, we might not be able to get you right away, Giraffe. He might be getting you to second stage. Probably a Trapper or a Hag. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Corrupt Intervention should also clue us in, right? Let's try and force this gen now that Trapper's gone. And then we'll go up to Thompson House. Watch out for tall grass. Okay. Looks like we're good as far as tall grass is concerned here. Let's watch out for the top of these stairs. That's another good spot. No stair traps, no stair traps, no stair traps. Okay. So far, so good. And we'll try and finish out this gen. It's at like, yeah, 50%. You know what I call it next? Alright, Snag, if you want, ready up in the Survivor Friends queue. If we do play another Survivor match, we'll definitely pick you up. As always, you can use 3,000 channel points to force me to play Survivor. That is a choice. And Snag says, alright, let's play another Survivor match in that case. Sounds like a plan, my friend. Thank you. Alright, Geeky Giraffe is now... Oh, bad time for me to switch over to my toolbox. Bad timing. Alright, well, the gen upstairs is pretty well done, by the way. Alright, it's going for me, it looks like. Let's see, we have a pallet here. Well, that's unfortunate. You know, I kept on... So, okay. So I think I've realized something. This Trapper might be a little bit of a baby Trapper. The reason for that, me saying that, is because he's putting traps in the middle of pallets. And that is not a smart move as a Trapper is concerned. So that actually tripped me up. That's my bad. I guess I need to look inside of pallets now. Because that's what he's going to play. Trapper seems to be going upstairs at Thompson House from the looks of things. Maybe. Yep, he's going up to Thompson House. So we're going to Deliverance ourselves. We don't need to play his game. We have our own to play. Alright, we'll get you in, Snag. Don't worry, my friend. Giraffe also gets trapped upstairs. Ooh. Alright, well, Giraffe is going to go down. Probably going to get hooked upstairs. And it's going to be pretty well locked down is the problem. So I'm mildly concerned with that fact. Let's finish this gen first. Completely forgot that dying light was a thing. Now let's use my toolbox. What happened to the camera? Come here. Come here. Okay. Can you heal me, Nia, please? Nia, heal? Apparently no heal for me. Oh, hi. Of course. Okay, so Trapper got me down, which means I can't get to you, Geeky Giraffe. And I don't think that our teammates are gonna help you either. I'll be honest with you. Oh, you're right. I am still broken. That's a thing, ain't it? Yep, you're right. I forgot about that. Whoopsie. And looks like they went for you, but really, really late. So that sucks. Yeah, you're gonna die, but I don't even know why they even attempted to go for you, to be honest with you. At that point, the game was over. Yep. Also, the camera went away because my drivers decided to break. So my camera freezes when that happens. All right, we see one Nia self-carrying, one Nia in a locker. Oh no, one Cheryl in a locker, I imagine. Yeah, Cheryl in the locker. Trapper says, let's play a game and go into endgame collapse. Why are they just standing there? She couldn't find the stairs. Criminy. I'm dead. They're healing each other. Well, that 'tis the life of pubs, I suppose, as a survivor. Let's get my struggle points, and then I'm obviously dead. There's teabagging. Why? I mean, it's not like they can both get hatch if they're sitting on it. Well, GG's the Trapper. I think, honestly, that we may have made a few mistakes there. I think also our survivor friends not helping us out did not help anything. Oh, they're both... Oh, okay, they're both in the exit gate. Gotcha. And they're just teabagging while Trapper swings that air. Okay. Play Steve. I can play Steve, yeah. That's fine. What are we doing here? Are we just going to wait out the endgame collapse? Oh, apparently... Oh, I see what's happening here. Trapper wants her to step in the trap, probably for a challenge. But they won't leave, I know, right? Okay, there goes Nia, there goes Cheryl. Thank the Lord. They were taking their time on that one, I'll tell you what. GG, well played. So, Dying Light, Corrupt, Brutal Strength, and Save the Best for Last. Save the Best for Last makes sense. Brutal Strength, not so much. Corrupt makes sense. And Dying Light is okay-ish, I guess. But, c'est la vie. I did not fall any pallets, or drop any pallets while in chase, unfortunately. So I that just leave so we can move on? Yeah, exactly. I think it's pretty nonsensical to teabag end game like that. All right, let's invite Snag. I'll accept you, and I'll play Steve. All right, Steve Boy Wonder, let's see what you have on you. We have our Plunderers build on you, is that right? Let me take a look. Do I have anything else worth my while? No, not really. I think this is probably the best build I have. Cool. So we're on the Plunderers build with a toolbox. Maybe not. Med kit, question mark? What do we have on a med kit? Okay, this actually looks a lot better. So we'll use wraps plus the medical scissors. You didn't get any saves either? Fair enough. Yeah, I need to vault pallets or windows while in chase. Oh, let me also fix my camera. Completely forgot about that. Hold up. Let me fix that. And deactivate, activate, remove, and re-add. I need 8 safe unhooks or protection hits. Gotcha. So in that case, you should run Mom, shouldn't you? That makes sense. Blood point offerings? I don't think I have many, I'll be honest with you. Okay. I mean, I don't have, like, anything too much. I have a fragrant, crisp leaf amaranth. That's about it. So tuna melts will happen tomorrow. All right, sounds good, Frankie. So what are we having instead? Out of curiosity. Making pasta? All right, sounds like a plan. It's very gratifying when you get a teabagger on the other side of the pallet and they get outplayed without being sweaty. Yeah, exactly. I will say that is indeed very satisfying indeed. I will let you play any character that has BP offerings. I don't have much, Snag. I really don't. Not even sure who has any like significant BP offerings. Most of them are just green or yellow. Nothing too significant because I haven't poured too many blood points into these survivors. Yeah. Nothing significant. Unless you're talking about like the red envelope, which I definitely don't have then. Staying until 1 p.m. Wait, 1 p.m., Frankie. So that's basically 8.5 hours that you're working tomorrow? Jesus. Well, make sure not to overwork yourself, okay? But I guess that means that I do get to sleep until 11, so that's good news. You have Saturday off? Okay. I mean, that's good and all that you have Saturday off, but hopefully that coworker can pick up one of your shifts too. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Frankie likes his early shifts. He likes going in pretty early, so I guess he can't complain too much. But picking up that extra time at the end is something else, I will say. Yeah, Frankie is a morning person, just doesn't like waking up. I should know, as I'm the one who has to wake him up, and it is a task and a half, let me tell you what. He becomes cranky Frankie, like Jekyll and Hyde. Throwing elbows and swiping at your face. I know you appreciate me. Thank you. Yeah, I've been hit in the face a few times by Frankie trying to wake him up. Thankfully, no black eyes as of yet. I don't do well waking up early, that's fair. I'm a night person too, Giraffe. I like waking up at 11 and going to bed like at like 5 a.m. in the morning. That's kind of my sleep schedule. Alright, is the killer gun already up anytime soon? I don't know. Maybe they are stopping into the stream. To perform cooperative actions, so like jumping on the same gen, healing, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's true. Frankie was definitely not the biggest model student when it came to waking up on time for classes. No, if you had your way, Frankie, you would be sleeping in till noon every day. But 'tis not the way. Unfortunately, we can't all do that. I can do that because I have a flexible schedule. I determine my schedule. But Frankie definitely, unfortunately, cannot. Customer-facing businesses don't really do too well on flexible schedules, to say the least. Yeah, I know. The nice thing I will say, Mike, is that one thing about Starbucks is that they actually have a really good education program to where they will basically pay for your tuition or pay for classes. Like it's Arizona State University online. And so Starbucks has some really good incentives to work for them, even like at a barista position, not even corporate. I will say I've gotten the chance to talk to the Starbucks CEO. Seems like a interesting person at the very least. All done my work now. I'm just hanging out. How's it going tonight? Pretty good. Ashy Flaps. How was work? Hey Dwight. All right, there's a gen right here. Try and leave the upstairs gen and the upside down gen. It's a spirit. We'll sprint burst now. Okay, I guess she left me completely. Huh. That's surprising. I don't know why she did, but she did. Where's a gen? Here's the corner gen. Let's work on this one. Wasn't as bad as it usually is, so it's nice. Plus today is my Friday, so and I have till Tuesday off. Ooh, very nice. Well, it sounds like you'll be able to have a nice, relaxing weekend. I know that I also have a long weekend myself. I have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. Monday off for President's Day. Out of curiosity, Ashley, what do you do for work? I'm curious. Yeah, exactly. I think the better bet is definitely staying at Starbucks. Now, I am assuming that she's going to have not borrowed time, barbecue and chili. We'll find out in a second, though. I'm expecting to see a spirit momentarily in the distance. Yep, there she is. I hear her. And we sprint first. Alright, Spirit, do you know how to play this? Perfect. Yeah, she'll get a hit on that. I'm not sure. Oh, third seal. Interesting. Oh, I thought she was phasing. I thought she was phasing. That's my bad. That's my bad. I work at a cosmetic and over-the-counter drug company making the products. Interesting. Well, that sounds like an interesting time. Yeah, I did. Like I said, I thought she was phasing, so I was trying to mind game her, and it did not work out in my favor. At least we got one gen on 2 hooks, which isn't bad, but... Oh, she also has Franklin's. Franklin's third seal. I think this is a bad idea. Giraffe, I'll be honest with you. We can heal if you want. Like I said, I think that may have been a bad idea to do that. Had to pre-weigh 2 batches. Alright, I need to find a chest. Alright, I'm gonna go upstairs. See if we can finish this gen. I'd like to leave this gen to the last one, but it might not be a bad idea to just get it out of the way. Oh, you're already here. Heal. Thank you, Snag. I appreciate it, mate. Okay, that's good. So that's okay. It means we only have 1 gen remaining. Okay, so we have a really good gen situation here. So we have 1 gen right underneath of us, right over in this corner. That's almost done. Not this one. This one over here, and then we also have the upside down still. I think. Where's that? Where the fresh hell is that? Oh, I'm still affected by third seal. That's right. I have blindness, which means Plunder's instinct's not working either. Oh, you gotta be joking me. Okay, well, third seal's a thing apparently. Spirit's gonna be on our way just in a second, by the way. I would run, my friend. I'd run. Wait, does she not know we're here? Does she not know we're here? Oh, she knows we're here. Oh, Giraffe, no. That's unfortunate timing. So, based on her location where she hooked this person, I want to say they're over here. Yeah, okay, I was right. Let's get her. I'm no longer affected by third seal because she hit someone else. Oh, but she's gonna come this way now. That's a whoopsie. That's a whoopsie right there. If I've ever seen one. Oh, thank God. She's phasing. Okay, well, good news, bad news. We are in okay-ish spot. This might actually be a bad place to heal. If she has nurses calling... Maybe she doesn't know? I hear the teleport. I might get hit here. Oh yeah, she knows. She knows. Take the hit for me. I need you to take the hit for me. Oh, you didn't take the hit for me. I'm dead. Okay. Oh, she got... Wait. Giraffe, were you not healed? Did I not heal you all the way? No, I don't think Third Seal got a nerf. I don't believe so. Oh, that's a bad idea. Alright, we're gonna sprint burst away. Did she not come for me? Interesting. No, she's still there on the hook. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you on hook for a little bit, Giraffe, just to get this 99. Hold on. I should be able to get to you in time. It's a little bit dicey. We see someone who might be dropping down for it though. Oh, I'm gonna go down here. Yeah, I'm down. Okay, so I'm gonna be hooked right next to this execute. We have 2 people on, oh, actually 3 people on death hook. That's not a good sign, I'm not gonna lie. She might face camp me, but I'm thinking that she has barbecue, Third Seal. What's the other one? I remember calling out earlier, Franklin's, that's right. Barbecue, Third Seal, Franklin's. Okay, do not take me off the hook. Do not take me off the hook. 99 the execute, please. Or you can do that too. That was a bad idea. I told you that was a bad idea. You should have went for the execute instead. And now we are both dead, my friend. Just a heads up. Do gate before unhook. Unhook, bad idea, especially when I'm on death hook. Just, all good, Snag, all good. It's a learning experience, but that is going to be my recommendation because basically you may have just farmed us both. But I'm not upset, man. It's okay. All right. Well, at least we got 2 people out, I suppose, is the good news there. Oh, she moried you. Oh. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, you know what? She had Rancor. She had Rancor. Okay. That's how she was able to find us off of gens. Rancor, barbecue. Rancor, Franklin's, Third Seal, Blood. Oh, Blood Warden. Blood Warden. I guess she hooked me before the exit gate was open. What did you do? So basically, you took me off a hook while she was next to us, and you didn't have BT, meaning that you could get down and I could get downed. You didn't do anything to her? No. So you didn't do anything to her, but you were the obsession. It was open before exit. Yeah. So you were her obsession. So Rancor allows you to, A, have the obsession exposed, but also to mori them. Like as a joke? I'm confused. I moved through you while you're healing, my bad. Had a sliver left. Oh my god, I thought I'd heal you. That's my bad, Giraffe. I thought I'd heal you fully. That's okay. I did not realize that. That's why I was confused. I didn't mean it. All good, Snag. All good. Oh, I see. I see what you mean. You're saying that, what did I do? I didn't do anything to her was a joke. Okay. I see. Sorry, sometimes jokes over text can fall flat because there's no tone. Detecting sarcasm via text can be a difficult task, to say the least. But alright, that was our last Survivor match for right now until someone does donate another 3,000 channel points. So we got Giraffe, the Swift Q, the Stretch, and the Survivor Friends. So we'll move back to another match of Killer until you guys want to unless you guys want to spin the wheel. Also known as Autism Simulator 2021. Alright, Ashy Flaps, let's spin that wheel of Killer and see who we land on. So last week played Bubba, and now it is the Nightmare himself, Mr. Freddy Krueger. You guys want to re-roll, or you guys want to play Freddy? He's currently on, I think, a 13-win streak. I think that's right. And he says, no, I don't want any nightmares. Instead, I want to play the Legion. Alright, let's ready up, and let's also update our build because we're still running the Dark Devotion build here. Okay. So, Corrupt, Pop, Surge, Thana, I'm pretty sure it is. Pop, Surge, Thana, and no add-ons for the Legion. Yeah, that was a pretty good reroll. Hey, what's up, Marcus C? How you doing today? How's your day been this Thursday afternoon? Hopefully you've been doing well. What have you been up to? Anything much? Oh, I should also change my, my challenge, shouldn't I? Using Nurse's Call. You know what? Let's do this. I can take off Corrupt Intervention, I think. I can still do the win streak. Hold on. A Nurse's Calling and ready up instead of Corrupt. Hopefully we don't get a big map like Ormond, because Corrupt would have helped us out a lot there. But if we get a smaller map with Nurse's Calling, it would be pretty good. Mark, Marcus, and Marcus. Gang's all here. It's true. It's true. Just got off of work. Fair enough, Marcus C. Well, hopefully work was good to you today. Hopefully not too stressful. And hopefully now you get to rest and relax for a little bit. Why are survivors so toxic? Just because I'm bad? Black Poet. I don't know. Were you the spirit last game out of curiosity? But I wouldn't say that survivors are necessarily all toxic. There are definitely some that are, though. Absolutely. But hopefully, you know, they're not too mean to you, my friend. Do know that there are some nice survivors out there. We do have about 737 of them here who are survivors or some capacity to play this game and are very nice. And, you know, I actually don't recognize the names, so I'm not sure if you are new, but if you are, would love to have you here as part of Guilty Ones if you are interested. And hopefully having a great day, my friend. Alrighty, though. So we see 2 medkits, a toolbox, and nothing in Kate's hand. That's fine by me, right? Though hopefully this toolbox does not have a brand new part. That would be a little bit of an issue, to say the least. Alright, Kate, let's ready up. And so we just need to hook 4 survivors using a Nurse's Calling. That's not too hard at all. We can make that work without problem. Okay, there we go. Well, 5 seconds anyways. As far as offerings are concerned, I haven't had a great day. Been getting teabags all day and flashlight clicks with some GG easy messages. I'm sorry to hear that, Black Poet. Yeah, I don't know why people feel the need to put other people's down. The flashlight clicks, I will say, sometimes it's to draw your attention because they might feel that they're a stronger looper or they want to make you chase them. So that's more strategic and less toxic, I would say. The teabags at Exit Gate, it doesn't make sense to me. That I will say is kind of, you know, toxic behavior. It's meant to flame, you know, stir up emotions, right? As far as the GG Easies, it's rough. Thank you for the bits, Ashy Flaps. Appreciate it, mate. And Marcus with a gift sub to Black Poet. I appreciate it, Marcus. Thank you, thank you. I will say, Black Poet, if you are a killer main, let me know. And I'd be more than happy to play a match of your choosing, whatever killer is your main. And with that being said, welcome to the Guilty Ones. Happy to have you here. I am an educational killer main, here to teach killers how to play killer, but also survivors how to play against killer. We also stream in dedication to Extra Life, where we're trying to help heal kids at Sanford Children's Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. In fact, everyone do remember this. This Saturday at 3 p.m. CST, I will be eating 9 Hot Ones hot wings in dedication to Extra Life, thanks to you guys donating. I really wish I had Corrupt Intervention now. Crap. This is a bit bad, I will say. Now, based on spawn, I want to say they're over this way, but I will say Leary's is pretty bad for spawn prediction, unfortunately. You kind of have to just guess right, especially if you spawn in the middle map like I did. I'm a killer main? Sounds good. Who's your killer of choice, Black Poet? Okay, they don't sound like they're here, which makes me concerned they might be back here like a 3-gen. No? No one's here either. Hey, Tinkter. Thank you. Tinker-ter. Thank you much for the follow, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Welcome to the Guilty Ones. Happy to have you here. All right, let's check this gen back here. I do see it going. For the wings, indeed. All right. Well, let's try and get... Okay. That was cute. I will say, that was cute, Nancy. Let's... I don't think we're in range of anyone else. We're going to fatigue out behind her. She'll drop pallet early for some odd reason, even though we're still fatiguing, meaning that we get distance on her. Let's see if she has a dead hard. Dead hard? Dead hard? No dead hard. Perfect. No surge procs, unfortunately, so we're all out of range. I was the Mercenary a few games ago. Gotcha, my friend. Yeah, you were playing on Haddonfield, is that right? Against our yeah, viewer-made build. But welcome, my friend. That sounds like it's on one sill. I don't want to pop that, ideally. Nothing over here, though. Let's check out this corner gen. And that's also one sill, but we can get the hit here on the Kate. Honestly, we didn't even need to do that. Drop it on my face. Do it, do it, do it. Drop it, drop it, drop it. There we go, thank you. This Kate doesn't realize that if you drop a pallet on Legion's face while he's fatigued, he actually will have a shorter fatigue time than he would normally. I think it moves from like 2-3 seconds from like 4 seconds, so it's great. Alright, let's find our next gen to pop. Not over here. Not over here. So they're over there-ish. Alright, here's a gen to pop, though. This is a pop-worthy gen. Let's pop this. And as far as the survivor's concerned, I'm not sure where they ended up. They could be very close to these corners, though. Alright, that's fine. Let's go for the unhook and see if we can get some, ooh, beautiful. Nurse is calling value. I love it. Yeah, it's fine. Get me the pallet. Zarina just stares me down. Doesn't give a flying F about what we do to her. So, let's see. Obviously, there's the injured one behind her. She'll not vault for some reason. Alright. Pallet drop early? Yep, early pallet drop. She vaults. And a down. Unfortunately, we did not get here fast enough with a surge, but c'est la vie. We are now sworn enemies. Hey, thank you much for the follow, Jonathan. Welcome to the Guilty Ones, my friend. Happy to have you here. Alright, let's see. Where was the gen that we popped earlier? I think it might be that one over there. Fairly certain. It was. Okay, let's pop it again. Anytime, my friend. How's your day been? Hopefully been doing well. As you can see, we're playing some Legion. Are you a killer main or a survivor main? Is toxicity common in the game? The answer is both yes and no, Black Poet. There are toxic survivors, I will say. There are toxic killers as well. But I will say that we have 700 plus survivors and DBD players here who are very wholesome and welcoming. So don't think that it's the entire community. It is a minority, not a majority. You're a little bit of both? Gotcha. What killers do you play, out of curiosity, Jonathan? We see scratch marks going out here, and a Nia thinking that she's a Wraith, apparently. Let's get a down here, eh? We'll fatigue out behind her. 4-second fatigue without add-ons. She'll drop the pallet early. Nope, she just doesn't drop the pallet. Sure. Other than nurse, kind of gross. Yeah. Alright, let's go over to this gen. Ooh, okay. I guess we are not going over to that gen right away. They saboteur the hook instead. Alright. They heal. That's fine. They get a 10% regression on the gen. Let's pop it before we frenzy the Kate. Yep, drop the pallet early. That's fine by me. We'll get the hit. And then we see where 2 people are pretty close by. I would like to hit the healthy person, but we'll find out in a second who's who. Okay, we have a Zarina here. Sure. I guess we have to break this. It's pretty strong. That's not the gen that we just popped, thankfully, I don't think. We do see someone self-carrying in the corner. We'll get a hit here. We'll eat the pallet. That's fine. And then she saboteurs the hook. Or attempts to. Okay. Well, that's a free down. Alright. Scratch marks once again. Going towards mid. Let's check out the gen over here. This seems to be the gen that these guys are focusing on for all intent and purpose. So let's just pop it again. Keep them, you know, really just focused on that. The more time they spend there, the more damage I can do elsewhere. Alright, there's a nurse's calling. Alright, I have no remorse for you, Zarina, at this point. Now, she did not really try to escape, so I do have a mild concern that she has DS. I think that's a fair assessment. Let's just patrol our, like, very loose 3-gen here. Who do you main a lot as killer? I actually don't have a main, to be honest with you. Alright, Zarina gets up, that's fine. We'll get the Nancy instead. And we should get a Surge proc as well. Nope, Surge was still on cooldown, fair enough. As far as killer though, yeah, I don't have a killer main. I actually play every single killer pretty evenly, and you'll see that in our Wheel of Killers. Let's pop this out of existence real quick. This gen is one that I didn't really care to keep, but I'll still do it just to slow them down. And check this gen out. Ooh, yeah, they are back on this one, that's for sure. That's the Kate who's injured. Ooh, this is perfect. Everyone's injured, which means Thana's adding an additional 16 seconds per gen, I just realized. Alright, Kate, what's the game plan, eh? She's continuing. She's trying to figure out where she's going. And we're going to be playing Pyramid Head. Sounds like a plan, my friend. There's a Dead Hard. Nicely done. I guess we should have baited it first, but I don't think she really gets much of anywhere. And we do get some Surge value as well. 2 seconds for them to tap it, undo my kick. It's true. It's true. Alright. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I agree with the fact that I probably shouldn't have kicked the gen that was pretty much silent. But I don't care too much. Just getting some extra blood point value, I suppose. Now that's on 1 still. It's not a good poppable gen. We'll ignore that for right now. I feel like I'm pretty much in... What? Why are you healing in the basement? Zarina? Are you okay? Zarina? I guess she's not okay. Well, we got another hit on the gen with Surge, so that works out in our favor. And Zarina's now out of the game. Well, thank you, Nurse's Calling. I mean, to be fair, I would have never looked down there, but because of Nurse's Calling, we got the value. Let's see if they gen tapped. If so, we still have a pop in hand. They did. Excellent. Let's pop it. I mean, like I said, without Nurse's Calling, I've never looked down there myself, so I guess sometimes it would work. Kate panicking, thinking that I was not going to wait for that vault, apparently. And we'll hook her right by the pop gen. And no one's here, so that's going to be silent soon. And I think this here might be the game. Kate's dead, 2 left on 3. No way in hell that I see them getting this, unless they had multiple gens 99. Yeah. I think that they have fell victim of prioritizing only 1 or 2 gens. I think that was their major mistake. Hi, Nia. I knew that you couldn't have gone very far without running, so I figured that I'd check every single corner I could. Alright, Nia should go down momentarily. Nia, once again, believing that she's a Wraith and trying to hide in a corner. No dice, to say the least. And then scratch marks were right here. Hey, what's up, Fruce Road Dan? How have you been? How's your journey to God Tier Huntress going? Hopefully it's going well. Alright, alright. Just finishing up our Legion game here, patrolling our 3-gen that the survivors have put themselves in. I think this game's over. I don't think they can really do much here. This Nia will die one way or another, and the Nancy will have to make a choice. Go for the one for one, or go for Hatch. I can bang out some decent shots sometimes, but the 4K is a grind. Gotcha. Well, I'm sure you can get there, Frucer Dam. I have faith in you. Imagine Metal Man with the probably new future objects. Ooh, that could be interesting. That could be interesting, GG. Yeah, I could definitely see that being used. Yeah, this Nancy's not going. Oh, hello. Never mind. I lied. Nancy's going for Nia. We'll get the one hit. Now you have to mend. We'll go for you now. Come here, Nancy. You're not escaping. She says, no, I'm not. Kill me now. Nancy's like, okay, I give up. I mean, realistically speaking, the object obsession is still not actually like set in stone, so it's not necessarily confirmed whether or not that's what it will look like. That backflip though, I know, very satisfying. All right, well, let's sprint around and try and find Hatch, I guess. Oh, wait, where is it? I hear it. Oh, there it is. All right, do we go on to give these survivors, or rather this Nia, the escape or hook? Up to you guys. Now, I will say that these exit gates are pretty far away, so I do not think I might find them in time unless they misplay and go for like this gen or this exit. If they do a silent open, then it's over. Oh, never mind. I lied. All right, looks like we are saying hook for the most part, though. Looks to be a no, Gil. All right. And that there is the 4K with the Legion. GG's to these survivors. GG, well played. Legion deserves a 4K? That's fair. Alright, and looks like we probably won't be talking to that last person. I imagine they left a while ago. Fair enough. We have the same headphones. I have the Corsair, the Steel series. I love these headphones. They're great. Let's see. Legion's streak is now back up to an 8. So, of course, he was at a 14, back up to an 8 now. So he's about to dip into double digits, along with the likes of the Nightmare, Ghostface, and Twins is also at a 9, by the way. So we're doing pretty well, I'd say. And looks like we do have a nurse game. So let's see here. We got the Wheel of Killer, the reroll. We have a Pyramid Head match, and then a nurse match right after. So let's do a quick Pyramid Head match, shall we? Can't tell if yours are gold, but I have them in gold Virtuoso. No, I just have the stainless steel. I thought about getting the gold Virtuoso, but I opted not to. But let's update the graphic for Pyramid Head real quick. No, sorry, not Pyramid Head. Legion. We're now playing Pyramid Head. Da-da-da. All right, so he's now on... Nope, that's the wrong buttons. All the wrong buttons. All right, there we go. He's now on a 8-win streak. Good, good. Dinner's ready? If you could bring mine now, that'd be appreciated. I was so amazed when I bought these. Could hear the sound moving around in Dead by Daylight. Yeah, they're really great for listening to small individual sounds. All right, well, these guys seem to be ready to go. We see 2 toolboxes from the new event. Actually, a 3rd event flashlight, too. Not sure how good those are, but we'll find out, I suppose. Ooh, the man with a 8-foot-long, I mean, knife. Man. What does he have now? So we have Gigi, I know Frustro Dam, and T, who are all thirsty after Pyramid Head. I want to say Dead by Daylight. I want to say the two killers that they're most thirsty for this community is definitely Pyramid Head and Mikey Myers. Fun times. All right. So what? Actually, I'm curious. What streak are we on for Pyramid Head right now? Let's take a look at the graphic. So Pyramid right now is a current of 3 with a best of 7. Not too bad, actually. We also need to update, it looks like, the Legion. And we need to update the graphic because some of these are off. They're not updated yet. I'll do that in a quick bit. I should just update that while I'm thinking about it, though. Win streak, bottom, and browse. Here we go. Alright, should be updated now. Does that look right? Yeah, that looks right. Perfect. That's valid, T. That's valid. Just want to give him to give me a hug. I mean, those arms do look very huggable. I'll tell you what, they are very strong from swinging that knife around and carrying it about, scraping it on the ground. Now, we spawned in kind of an awkward spot. It doesn't give us a lot of info for our survivor spawns, unfortunately, since we spawned like smack dab in the middle. Thank you, Frankie, for the food. I appreciate you. We do see survivors over here, though, which is really good. Let's see if she wants to loop and get a Torment. She doesn't. She's very hesitant to go through the Trail of Torment. So that's good news. We can hopefully get this Meg down ASAP. Will she go for a pallet drop is the question. She's thinking about it, I think. Oh, no, you don't make this. Dead Heart? Yeah, I thought so. All right, upsy daisy. Okay, sure, I guess. She got a blind from, like, my peripherals. Didn't even really blind me there. But we're gonna ignore her and instead go for the discordance down here. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Pyramid Head says hi. Hi, Meg. Alright, we got the Meg down. Good news now. Let's try and get this hook, shall we? Unless we have a survivor chasing us with a flashlight. Which we do, by the way. This Claudette has been chasing us. I think the Claudette's the real killer here, guys. I really do. Well, they unfortunately do the gen downstairs. We weren't able to apply enough pressure, of course. The Claudette now maybe trying to farm. No, okay. Dead Hard. No dice for the Claude. Now, there are 2 more flashlights in play, mind you. So I want to be careful of that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, give me a free hit, why don't you? Nope. You don't realize I've saved the best for last? It's a survivor party! Hey, there we go. Let's pick you up. We gotta eat a DS. Will she go for the unhook? She does, for some odd reason. She'll get down now. Okay, guys. This is an interesting one. They messed up big time. They did not respect the idea that they could possibly, that I could possibly have a save the best for last. Alright, so let's get the hook here. Honestly, I think this game's over now. I mean, they might have 1 gen on me, but everyone's injured with 4 hooks, and you've already eaten 1 DS. This is golden. What's up, Ashy? Alright, Claude thought about going for the unhook, but didn't. I'm an open book, so don't worry about asking specific questions. Alright, Claude's down. Other Claude thought we were going to go for the pickup. Alright, Claude, let's pick you up now. You have a DS. That's 2 DSs that we've now eaten. She does not go for the... So I am not gay specifically, but I am LGBT. So I am, I pretty much just find people attractive. It's not something that I really bring up too much, but I am with my partner Frankie of 8 years. All good, all good. Yeah, no, Frankie is a guy. Also, we did get a TC. Jesus. Hi, Jeff. Ooh, just short on that distance, though. All good. You don't need to apologize, my friend. At the end of the day, the question itself is not offensive. It doesn't matter the question. It matters your reaction to the question, right? So that's the biggest thing in my opinion. Yeah, you're all good. I do not hide the fact that Frankie and I have been together for 9 years, and that, I call him my partner very specifically. It's kind of a way to cover, I guess, which I guess I shouldn't do. I should call my boyfriend. But I do it specifically because I understand that not everyone is welcoming to that fact, or to the fact that, people are LGBT. So I don't necessarily hide it so per se, but I do, make it less apparent. All good, all good. You don't need to apologize, Ashy Flaps. Like I said, it's not the question that matters, it's the reaction to the answer. And, so far you haven't given me any reason to be upset with you, so, all good, my friend. Alright, well, I think there's the game with Pyramid Head, to be honest with you. I know that Jeff was... Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say that Jeff's over there by the school, but he said let's go to the House of Pain instead. Jeff? Alright. Jeff wanted his punishment. Yeah, it's true. It's true, honestly. Have a good rest team, everyone. All right, bye, Giraffe. Have a good one. Have a good night, and looking forward to see you tomorrow. Yeah, I say it for a lot of reasons. I say it in the workplace, too. I mean, I work for Microsoft, which is pretty progressive, mind you. But even then, I still, call Frankie my partner. It also doesn't help that I work with a lot of business people for my job, because I work in, the business sector of Microsoft, sales. But, real quick, GG, well played to the survivors. But yeah. Oh, okay. Well, this makes a little bit more sense. Let me be honest with you. Why they were playing the way they were. A 13, a 10, an 8, and a 7. I think we're in that point in time of the night where we're getting some purple rank lobbies, that's for sure. It's not the first time, T. It's not the first time that we've heard that either. Are you related question? No, you're good, Ashy. And like I said, and I'll say this to everyone, I am pretty much an open book. I know I probably seem pretty approachable, and I am. If you guys ever have a question for me, whether that be related to my life, if I feel comfortable sharing it, I will be more than happy to do so. So don't hesitate to ask questions. I really do want to, instill in you guys a sense of welcoming and community here on this channel. So I don't want you guys to feel like you have to tiptoe around specific things. Be honest with me. You can ask me honest questions. I'm more than happy to answer them, whether it be about myself, my life, more than happy to do Q&As. I'm here to entertain you guys. I'm here to kind of, well, be an open book, and that's why I'm in person. A lot of people don't ask me questions. I feel like I know a lot more about other people than I know about them. This is probably one of the first times in my life, actually, where I feel like you guys know more about me than I know about you. I do ask inquisitive questions. I know about, partners, family, pets, whatnot, but still, you guys know a whole lot more about me, and I actually kind of like that fact. It's something that I'm not used to, but I do enjoy. Without doing the, oh my god, did he really just ask that way? Nah, I feel like some people definitely will have that reaction, to be fair, Ashy. I'm not one of them, so no fear in that regard. Like I said, I am an open book. You all know nothing about me ever? How about this, T? I know your mortal enemy is Mr. Grimes. The Blight himself. Alright, so we do update the Pyramid Head streak real quick on a true 4K, so he's back to a 5-win streak, and jumping into a nurse match now. Very nice. Let me actually just get rid of this Rift Rewards real quick, though. Clench his fist. Alright. So we got a nurse match for Fusro Dam. Not sure if you're still here, Fusro Dam, but this one's for you. Let me also update the graphic for Pyramid Head real quick. He's now on a 5-win streak. For me, because I'm loving the streams, I didn't want to be given the banhammer. No, you're good, Ashy. You're good. Like I said, I would never give someone the banhammer for asking questions. It is all about the reaction to the questions. That's what matters. Ask me about how my day is going, suddenly know all of my childhood trauma. By the way, guys, this looks really good. Look at this food. I'm not sure if Frankie posted this in the food channel. And if you're not in the Discord, by the way, you should be. You get to see all the amazing food that Frankie and I make. And we can share recipes, too, for those who like to cook. But this looks really good. We got some spinach leaf. We got some tomato. Got some pasta, some cheese. Looks very good. Yeah, Frankie is a very flirtatious and touchy drunk. That's why he doesn't get to be on camera on stream while I'm doing things. For obvious reasons. Frankie, could you grab me a napkin, please? Please and thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, Jake and Kate, let's ready up, shall we? And Frankie, out of curiosity, we don't have any feta, do we?
No, I don't.
Ah, okay.
I used it in my dinner last night and I feel like an idiot.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I think that this meal, instead of Parmesan, would have gone really well with some feta cheese. Now that makes sense, Ashley. Realistically speaking, I guess it's the same way in which, you know, anyone, you need to make sure that you're in a safe space to be able to, like, be open, straightforward, or honest with people, right? You know, it's why I definitely keep the partner tag instead of boyfriend. You know, even though we've been together for 9 years, because it just is easier for me to avoid potential confrontation for those who don't know, and for those who do know, well, you know. But otherwise, yeah. Jesus Christ, yeah. My best friend Saxony has gotten that a few times. And I'm just like, okay. Thankfully, I haven't gotten many, like, forward advances from people because people around me know I've been with Frankie for so long. But I used to get a lot of very forward advances. But for me, I also just find everyone attractive. So it doesn't matter if you're non-binary, male, woman. So I just find people attractive. As you can tell, I don't really look too much into gender and sexuality. I'm just kind of like, people are attractive. Woohoo! You said, oh god, what if they hit on me? Yeah, that is kind of a full of yourself comment, isn't it? Oh, bat him again, seriously. Because people are attractive. You are right, Fusro Dam, and back in time for the nurse match. Good time. Alright, let's take a look at where they could spawn. They could spawn to the left, but I'm going to check over here first by Jack, and you are right to do so. I should just choose. Ah, you've been lurking? Gotcha, gotcha. Hello, David. Do you think that was a good idea? Like, really? Dead hard? He's holding W. Oh, I didn't hold it for long enough! No! Okay, David. You got your distance, but at what cost? I should have not done that second blink. That's my bad. Will you throw another pallet here, I wonder? Okay, we got the David down. Good news there. Yeah, my mom was like that for a while too. My mom didn't understand the concept of like being bi/pan or not really caring about gender too much. And so she's like, well, you can't be both. She's respectful of like LGBT. Like she has, you know, gay coworkers and whatnot. She understands, but she's like, I don't understand the idea of being attracted to both. And then one day it like clicked for her. She was like, have you never found a woman attractive, Mom? And she's like, well, I guess I have. And like, there you go. She's like, oh. It's like a light bulb clicked in her head, apparently. It's very cute, to say the least, to see that happen. She's like, oh, I think I understand it now. Like, oh, I guess, you know, people can be conventionally attracted, but I don't need to be, like, attracted to. But my mom is, like, a lot of your grandparents' age, to be honest with you. I was born very late into a family, so my mom is, like, in her 70s, and I'm... Actually, here's a question. Ooh, I like this idea. I don't think many of you know how old I am, and I always like to see this question because it always ends up being interesting. I want to see in chat, how old do you guys think I am? I told you my mom was 70, and I was obviously born late into a family, but still, I'm curious. Alright, they got that gen. They got the unhook already. Okay. You're going for the heal in front of me. That's an interesting choice, I'll be honest. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right in front of me. I have no remorse for you, Yui. Your teammate kind of left you for dead. Now, David also did something interesting. Yep, you can stun me. That's fine, David boy. Do you want to dead hard for me, though? Oh, that was unfortunate. I was expecting him to dead hard, so I didn't swing there. I probably gonna got in the hip. I appreciate the compliment, T. He doubled back. Smart, David, smart. Okay, David boy. Game plan? Gonna wager you have none. Yeah, I think we're chasing the David a little bit too long. Gonna have to teach you Nurse? Yeah, I still need to learn Nurse a little bit. I'm better than what I was, but I still need to learn a little bit better. Yeah, see, David's... But I'd be happy to have you teach me Nurse, Kieran. I feel like I'm good in some regards, but the fact that I am trying to bait out this David's dead hard and failing miserably has been a struggle. Late 20s, early 30s? Let's go Spirit after this. Sounds good. Yeah, it's true. Can I? No, I can't. I was trying to blink downstairs. Too far away, though. 28? I am 24, turning 25 as of March 8th. I am but a baby. But a lot of people think that I am, like, in my 30s. Oh, she is downstairs. I just heard the freaking locker. Holy hell. Oi! Where are you at? You little snot. Come here. Jake, come here. I mean, you guys were right with the 20s, yeah. Oh, I just messed up so badly. I knew exactly what was going to happen. No, that sucks. I just lost to Jake. I shouldn't have teleported. That was my bad. Hello, Kate. Let's hit you. I'll get the hit. And imagine David might come back for the Saboteur behind my back. Nope, no dice. That's fair, that's fair. Jake, are you here? No. I heard a chest open, though. Where's the chest here? No, it's nearby. I'm not sure where. Upstairs? Yeah. I'm not healing under hook either. Probably assume that Nurse is calling now after that. Oh, she tried to... Ooh. You know, that's unusual. You don't see them doing that very often. the burn, the light burn on Nurse. It's very hard to execute, to be fair. What are you gonna do here, Yui? Nope, we're gonna grab you. Alright. Upsy daisy. And let's take a look at some nearby gens. I didn't hold it long enough, but I still got a hit on the Kate, so that's the good news. Alright, let's go after the Kate now. To be fair, I shouldn't have had to wait that long. Got the Kate down, good, good. Let's get her hooked. I was banned from Vigo's Discord for asking Tide to come to Cowshed? Wait, what? I'm confused. Why would they ban you for that? I'm very, very confused there, Kieran. Maybe I don't know the context. David? Nope, that's Yui. You have head on. Cause a ton of interesting. She has DS. And she light burns me too? Sure, I guess. I mean, that was a play, I suppose. And then Jake trying to body block, but succeeds in getting a little bit of distance between me and her. Interesting. Yeah, he should, like, there's one thing being critical of gameplay, right? But, like, potentially bad-mouthing teams, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. Alright, let's hook the Jake. And then we have... Okay. Well, that was a decision. He might get off my shoulder now, actually. Not sure if we make this hook. No, we do. Nice job. Yeah, they shouldn't be doing that. That's not right. Oh my god. I need to hold my blinks longer. That's my one issue on small objects like bushes. I just need to check this gen before I pursue chases too long. You're in a locker? Okay. I don't think Yui has decisive this time, so I'm curious on that that play there. Really, I am. We'll get the Jake down now. I don't think we bring this back. We at least get a 2K though. Yeah, we definitely don't bring it back. That's what was that actually? I think that may have been an unhook. Or not a unhook, a saboteur. Let's check the exit gate real quick. I mean, I imagine they'll unban eventually, but I'm just surprised of that type of reaction. Also, we found Hatch. Good news there. No BT. Good on him. Then Kate shouldn't be too far away. She was over here. Look at the hit and the stun. Perfect. We'll pull her off of that hook, hooker. And we'll see if David comes out of nowhere to save the day. No, David's gonna leave. That sucks. I mean, Jake is on death hook, yeah. So we lose our streak if we even had one on Nurse. I think it was like a 1-win streak, to be fair. But we'll go hooky on the other side. Get a 3K at the very least. Got a little bit better at the end. I think the biggest thing of Nurse is that I need to practice her on more maps. I'm starting to get the mechanics down, but Sometimes the objects of how far I need to teleport for to get through objects is still tripping me up. You can't spin rapidly? Yeah, it's true. They did remove that in 316 as well as moonwalking. But GG, well played to these survivors. The only person that could talk anyways, I think, has already left. Nope, they're still here. But back crawl works. This is true. We have seen the back crawl. Had one person farming, the other just leave. Yeah, that was an odd choice. Not gonna lie. You played well though. Yeah, I've seen the back crawler today actually. Yeah, so Nurse loses a 2-win streak, but that's okay. Like I said, we're still learning her. Eventually we will get to that god tier status, but that is not today, as you can see. Slowly but surely. But Kieran, if you ever are up to like going into a game and teach me some Nurse, I'd be down for it. I blinked downstairs by accident. Lol. Tis the life of a learning nurse. But good luck. Have fun in your next matches. And feel free to stop by and chat. They seem pretty nice. Are you a nurse? I'm not a baby nurse. I don't think I'm a baby nurse anymore. Like, I'm an adolescent nurse. But I'm not a god nurse, that's for sure. As nurse? As nurse? Not a snurse, but as nurse. Snail nurse. You're like a 13-year-old nurse? Exactly. Not quite baby, but like just getting to teenager. Exactly. Exactly, Kieran. I will say some of my matches are better than that, but I've not been playing a lot of nurse recently, so I'm a little bit rusty again. But let's see, do we have any other... So we had nurse and then spirit from Ashy Flaps. Alright, let's play a spirit match, shall we? Try and get her back onto a win streak. A tween nurse, exactly. Let's eat some pasta, though, before I forget, and this gets too cold. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And thank you, Ashy Flaps. I appreciate you for reminding me to hydrate. But yeah, the biggest thing that I think I need to learn with Nurse is how to flick my teleports and, you know, make it so I'm a little less predictable. Because right now, if people are looking behind them while I'm teleporting and I don't predict their movement, they can predict me very... Tunnel equals DS. Well, Steve, that sounds like a challenge. Who wants me to test out if this Steve actually runs DS? I'm curious now. You know, that name, it calls to me. It says, please tunnel me, find out if I run DS. And if I don't, then, well, that's your problem, Steve. Get him? I'm feeling it, I'll be honest. That's true. If he runs DS, who cares? Exactly. I'll purposely eat DS on like 5 or 4 gens. Once it gets to like 3 and 2, I'm a bit more hesitant. But it depends on the scenario. I'm very excited for this DS nerf, to be honest, though. Alright, Nancy, or Steve turned Nancy. Time to see if you're on DS, I suppose. Red envelope, and an annotated blueprint. Alright. So we know where Hatch is going to spawn. It's going to be on Killer Shack. Now, I do always find that interesting when we see that without a key. it makes me feel like someone's running appraisal and open the find one in the chest, which is quite easy to do in my opinion. I think the ability to find keys in chests of appraisal is a little bit too high, but that's my thoughts on that. I usually see a lot of purple and red keys coming out of them. Temple Purgation. This is actually a pretty good map. It's not too small, or not too big rather. It's not Mother's Dwelling, which is always the good news. Based on our spawn, just trying to take a look. Okay, if we go across, I'm pretty sure Shack is over here. And let's check the corner real quick. It's still pretty big. I'm pretty sure it's like a 168 map, so it's not too bad. It's like a medium small. This person not knowing what's going on, they'll definitely take a hit to say the least. She does not have Iron Will, it sounds like. And where's she going? Ooh, nice job on that, honestly. I thought she was definitely going to be on the other side. And, I mean, she was for a second there, but I may have hesitated a little too long. You know, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm excited at least to play against Gilty this week. Dead Hard? There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good going into this this Nancy. I didn't hear any footsteps though, which is interesting. Normally on this map I can hear footsteps pretty clearly, but she must have been chasing me. Nancy, of course, being the real killer here. Arrows out Jen, so you'll need to bear that in mind. Sorry, I'm not playing Gilty. It was a possibility of me playing against them tonight in a scrim, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm instead playing against CDM on Saturday. My bad. CDM on Ironworks and Misery. Unless we're changing... Hi? Did she have head on, maybe? She definitely has Iron Will. Did she Dead Hard as well? She may have. So she's gonna go for this. We see both two people watching us as we go around this. She realizes that I'm going to respect palette. So we're gonna go for one more loop. Ideally, Bloodlust kicks in. Apparently, we are out of chase, though. Oh, there we go. Bloodlust is in. There we go. Now, here's the only problem. If they're in a Swift, I'm wondering. I'm very curious about something if they're in a Swift. Because it seems too easy for them. Yeah, look at this. Scratch marks coming towards us. Meaning that they're definitely in a Swift. So they're looking for the pallet stun. That's why she could tell when to go for the flashlight save, too. So yeah, this is what's happening. All right. And we see a key on Dwight. Yep, so that's why we saw the annotated blueprint. Let's go for the fake pickup, unless she has Unbreakable. Yep, we hear the reaction. There's the Claude, so 4-man Swift maybe. We then need to force them to use the pallet. Another healing right nearby too. Dwight's down. Alright, you two. Claude's here. We see the Kate. Okay. She is going to go for the flashlight save. Dead Hard. Yep, Dead Hard with flashlight tech. Perfect. Alright. Well, let's pick her up at this point. Locking them out. With 4 people injured, we're in a decent enough spot. Yeah, this is a 4-man Swift. No questions asked. They're all within 40 meters too, by the way. Because they definitely don't know that we have barbecue. There's a Dwight. Perfect. Oh, they're all here. Literally all of them. Let's enter the Claude again. Will she go for the exchange? She will. We'll get the Dead Heart out of you. The BT hit too. And then I don't think anyone else will come for this. Yeah, we definitely need to. Definitely need to. Yeah, she's right here. Alright, let's see if they have DS. Time to see. And answer is... Yep, they have DS. There we go. Alright, well, we answered that question, I suppose. Let's follow up with her and then go for the 3-person heal over by this gen real quick. We'll let them, you know, do their thing. But I'd like to punish them on this. Yep, the Kate wants to take the hit. Or at least take attention away from the Claude, who's over here. She'll drop early. Kate jumps back on the gen. Actually, the Dwight does too. Interesting. Dwight's over here. He'll go for the pallet, or not. Now, here's a question of the day. Is the Nancy back nearby? She is. Let's go for the Nancy. Now, she does not have a dead heart, as we know, so we'll down her. Let's get her on a hook, and then we'll go for the Dwight. Because now she does not have DS. Dwight's back up. We should be able to pop that gen in time. Also, welcome back, Artemis. Just in time for a match of spirit. Alright, let's pop this gen, and then go back for the unhook. She's the only healthy one right now, so that makes sense why they would do that. Claude's here on the gen. Claude's down. And I don't think the Nancy could even be able to get the flashlight save if she wanted to. So we'll get the hook here, and we're good to go. Let's pop this gen again. We see the Nancy in the background. Let's see if we can find her. I heard something here. Yep, there we go. Just barely. That little footstep. That's all I needed to hear to confirm her location. Let's go for the generator team here, because I'm expecting like a 3-person heal. No, that's a 2-person here. Yep, makes sense. We'll break. And immediately go for her. She dropped way early there. I didn't even know that she was here, to be fair. Dead hard. Yep, we baited out the dead hard. We'll get the down. Nancy, no idea if she's here. We'll pick up, though. And no, actually, I did hear something. I did hear something. I'm not sure if it was a footstep, though, or if it was me. It's hard to know for certain. Alright. Let's head over to this gen, pop it again. They've definitely been on it, to say the least. Alright, let's go for this gen over here real quick. Just want to do a quick surveillance. Yep, someone's here. I think that's a Claude. It is... Dead hard? No dead hard on the Claude. Excellent. Let's pick her up, get a throwing tremors off. That'll close down all the gens, and I think this might be the last hook for Claude. It is. We see 2 people, and then 1 person on this gen here. Alright, they're healing. That's fine. We're gonna pop this gen, though. That way we can pretty much get rid of all their progress. Now I saw them over here on barbecue, but after that I'm not sure. Oh, hold on. Scratchies. That sounds like a Nancy, who's on death hook, mind you. And there go the drivers. Like I said, as always, can't be Alright, there's the Dwight. Perfect. Hi, Dwighty boy. You do have a key. I do need to eliminate you, don't I? Alright, 10% regression on that gen. Let's hook him on the way to the other generator, kind of in the middle of all this. Barbecue and Chili tells us what? Nothing, because... Oh, hold on. Actually... tells us a lot, because that is the Kate over here. Scratch marks continue. She's just trying to run and run. So that's the Nancy plus the Dwight there. I think I need to get the Dwight out of the match, actually. That key is going to be troublesome if I'm not careful. If they pop one more gen, we'll be in trouble. Alright, Nancy wants our attention, apparently. She'll probably drop early here. She doesn't. She'll greed. I think she might take a hit here. She does. She vaults back. We'll break. And let's get the Nancy. Okay, she's in shack. Okay, she's trying to draw me away. That's an issue now. So, actually, wait. Is there enough people for hatch now? There is. Yeah. All they need now is the Dwight. They know where it is. And if they're in a Swift, she's announced it too. But the next problem is that they've already done the other gen too. Ooh. This is a problem across the board. Will they try and dedicate themselves to the hatch? I don't hear footsteps. I think we're good. No, they did not dedicate themselves. So we got a 2K. Yep, that is those two out. And overall, let's see. I think we hooked everyone. Yeah, we did. So they were on first hook each, it looks like. Yeah, the 2K isn't bad there. I feel like they split pressure pretty well. I feel like I probably could have done a little bit better there at the end, especially, you know, with the fact that we did lose multiple downs early on. But we did get the Nancy out. GG, well played to these survivors. Curious on their build. Okay, just medkit, flashlight. Okay, so what is a dull key? Fair enough. Hey, what's up, Demos? GG, mate, GG. Out of curiosity, who were you in this last match? Were you the Nancy, the Dwight, Kate, or so on? I was about to say... As a Nancy, gotcha. Yeah, we were wondering with the name tunnel equals DS. I was like, well, in that case, let's test out that theory. The other Nancy or the other Nancy. All the Nancys. You know, we were actually playing against the quadruplet Nancy. You know. But GG, man, GG. Appreciate stopping by, saying hi. Would love to have you here as part of the Guilty Ones. Yeah, it plays the mind games on killers. See, I was like, I'm just gonna test that theory and see if you have DS, and, well, sure enough, you did. It wasn't even mind games, like, well, I mean, I guess we have to find out, right? It's not like I even taunted you off of that DS. I just ate it because I still was within that 59-second timer. But I am an educational killer, here to teach killers how to play killer, and also survivors how to play against killer. Would love to have you here as part of Guilty Ones if you are interested. But we did see another spin of the wheel. If I get DS, it gives the survivors 8 more seconds of life. Pretty much, especially like a nurse or 5 seconds, yes. 5 seconds if it's DS stun, exactly. Alright, well, let's spin the wheel of killer again, shall we? And I think this will probably be one of our last matches of the night. And we spin... What's up, Cal? How you doing, man? Why is that? Did I surprise you with some of those, spirit phasing? Alright. I'm a nurse main, so I love helping people as well. I like that. I like that. Do you also stream Demos? Alright, and... Oh, we're not playing Oni. He is broken. And the twins. Alright, alright. Well, let's get the twins up and ready. And we also need to update... Actually, no. Yeah, I think Spirit's already updated. And Dr. Duke, thank you much for the follow. Welcome to the Guilty Ones, my friend, and appreciate it for the stretch. Yeah, Oni's tear radius is right now broken. Yeah, you should definitely stream someday. It's a lot of fun, Demos. Oh yeah, drivers? Thank you. Completely forgot about that one. Need to fix that. Giving you guys the side eye there. All right, perfect. Now we're good to go. Trying to get Gilt's attention. The driver's guilt. Yeah. Look, I was busy. Give me a break. All right, let me grab some more bites of food in between our match. And this actually could be the next match for Twins could be the match to get her to 10 win streak, by the way. I would decline it immediately, Frankie, just so you know. I would not even answer it. Alright, though. Well, let's see. Twins, we're running our pseudo impossible skill check build for some ungodly reason. I mean, that's true. It would get my attention. I guess I would look at chat in that case. What if it was important, like Frankie wants fruit? Yes, the most important thing. Frankie wants fruit. Oh, God. We actually don't have much fruit in the house. Right now we have yogurt with fruit in it, but we don't have much fruit. I guess we have some frozen fruit, but that's about it. That's more for, like, waffles or something to that degree. Is very important. He is. Don't get me wrong. I think the only time I would answer the call is maybe if Frankie's drinking, because Frankie is a bit of a clumsy drunk. He's clumsy in general, mind you, but he's a clumsy drunk on top of which. Well, I mean, it's not just my job to eat the oranges, Frankie. It's your job, too. That and also, they were kind of already soft when we got them. I think that they picked up a bad bag. You say that, but you also didn't touch the oranges either. And you like the soft ones. I don't like the soft ones. I like the firm oranges. When they get soft, they kind of, I don't know, they ick me out. I don't like them. Oh my god, Mother's Dwelling. This map is a freaking map from hell for anyone on a win streak. I'll tell you what. I am not a fan of this map for obvious reasons. A full 188 square tiles is no bueno. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna go upstairs, and we're gonna release Victor. We're gonna go right here, and start running around. Alright. Victor. There's multiple people? No, that won't save you. That slow vault was not gonna happen. And they already got rid of Hunter's Lullaby, which is 1/4 of my build. Unfortunate. Jake does not know we're right here. And with that squish, he might have enough distance on him for a hit down. We'll find out, though. Dead hard? No dead hard. Jake's down early. Good, good. And he is a non-obsession, so we will get a stack of Dying Light. Alright, let's then go to the gen that the Jake was on and hit it with Oppression and see if we can get some other gens regressing on top of which. It'll be 10% per miss skill check. There's 1 and 2. That's 20% regression right there, by the way. So that actually worked out really well, which means that they're 2 on it, so that's going to be pretty well done. Let's see if we can interrupt it with Victor, but even then, we're just so far away, we might not be able to make it work. Alright, Nancy gets hit. But then what then is the question, right? I think we have to give them that that generator. We obviously slowed them down a bit, but I think the better move is to go after the unhooker here. Hello, Quentin boy. Yep, like I said, I don't think there's any way that we'd be able to get them. Alright, Victor, time for you to shine. Let's get that down on the Quentin. Just trying to be cognizant of that. All right, Quentin down. Perfect. All right, Quentin boy. Let's get you up. Okay, they moved far enough away. Interesting. None of them are in gens, though, right now. Wonder why that is. Hello, Stevie boy. It's a baby Steve. Stevie doesn't understand what body blocking will and will not do. Oh, he stopped moving. He's in a corner? No, he's not. He's in the locker. Hello. Oh, that's not even Steve. That's Jake. Well, that works out for me. All right, Jakey boy. Let's put you back on hook. Had an ace early who body blocked with breakout and missed. Oh, that's rough. Breakout can work out pretty well for you. But Victor put in work there, and a Steve to boot. Thank you, Stevie boy. Yeah, he gets the vault. And then moving away from that, let's see. Ooh, the last person on a gen, that's the Nancy. Interesting. We're gonna get Steve over into this and see if the Nancy goes for the unhook. At the very least, we'll try and go for an exchange. Yeah, we'll get an exchange here. I think she gets the person off the hook, though. Oof. I was trying to get, like, a side hit because I didn't want to risk hitting the Quentin. But this works out. I mean, even still, on 2 gens on 4 hooks, we're not doing too bad here. Nancy is the obsession, so she does not get the debuff from Dying Light either. Alright, we could get Jake out of the game if he doesn't have DS, by the way. This is an option. But I think we're going to go for the Quentin first. And just stick by the Jake, wait out the DS timer. Quentin boy, where are you going? Quentin? I can't see his blood all too well here. Oh, is he going for the Jake? Quentin went for the Jake. Interesting. No, no, Jake. No, no. Oh, no, no, Quentin. No, no. You don't touch my Jake. Jake's gonna die here. Alright, Quentin down. Good news. Alright, and Jake was over here. No, Steve. The Jake dies, whether you like it or not. Oh yeah, DS is definitely gone by now, so Jake's dead. Jake is dead, and then Quentin is going to be on second hook. Nancy's probably somewhere doing gens. I mean, she's, you know, doing a smart thing. She's doing gens before friends, but having one person out on 3 gens so early is rough. I don't think they can really recover from that one. I really don't. Nancy is Nancy. I mean, she's making a smart play, I guess, but I don't know. I think they may have messed up in the end. We'll oppression this gen, see if we can find out where the Nancy is. Hopefully she doesn't pop the gen as I'm doing this. And there's the oppression. Excellent. Well, now we know exactly where she is. Alright, Nancy. Let's come get ya. You can try and finish your gen, but I don't think it'll mean much in the long run. Yep, she goes around. Alright. She's in the LT wall, which I actually enjoy. Let's see how she plays it. She plays through the T, getting some distance. Oh, she says, I'm not playing the LT wall. Screw that noise. I'm not about to die here. No, thank you. She dead hards, does a backwards dead hard to try and get some distance. But no dice. Quentin and Steve, on the other hand, are resetting. Back where Quentin was hooked. I think with that, I think the only person who hasn't been hooked twice is a Steve, right? I think after that, everyone is on death hook, pretty much. Hi, Steve. Time to go for you. Let's bring out Victor. All right, Victor. Time to go fetch up me a Steve. The tall grass can really mess with trying to find his bloodstain. Holy hell. Like, I see a bloodstain here, but I don't see where it went. There it goes. It's like a dog. Wait. Nope. I don't know. I lost to Steve. The tall grass really messes with Victor, actually. I guess that's a viable strategy of playing against him. Is, you know, if you're going to bleed, bleed in tall grass. Well, the good news is I found someone. Not sure who, though. That is definitely not the Steve. That's the Quentin. I think we get a hit here before he actually gets to anything of value. Attempt at a 360. Doesn't really work too much anymore, Quentin boy. I think he just gave me the down. Unless he has Dead Hard. And even then. Pokemon will eat you? Jesus, well that's morbid, Frankie. Alright, Quentin, up you go to the hook. Good, they deserve to eat. I mean, it does beg the question of what do Pokemon eat, I suppose. Alright, let's meander around for a second, try and locate the gen that they're on. And it looks like they're on the far gen, which is actually fine by me. The fact that they're on the far gen over by Victor means that I can claim this 3 gen. Alright, there goes the Nancy. She's now broken and oblivious. And I guess these two actually still have 2 hooks apiece. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Hello there, Stevie Boy Wonder. How you doing? He vaults the L. We'll play around it. Down him. Let's get an oppression out. That way just regress everything that has any progress. As far as hooking him, I would like to hook him farther away from the gen, but this is fine too. Now, do I think that Nancy is right around that gen? Abso-freaking-lutely. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm about to see an unhook right behind my back and then a finished gen on top of which. Or not. Huh. Interesting. That is very interesting. I don't think you make that either. I mean, that's true. But I don't think the anime ever covers that that fact. I think they probably stay away from that quite often, other than the fact that Slowpoke tails are sold commercially for consumption, as well as Magikarp for that matter. I mean, that's true. That's true. I think the games talk about it a little bit more, but the anime is like, nah, we're just gonna skip over that fact. Thank you very much. But, GG, well played to these survivors. And, yo, what's up, Corbin? How you doing, my friend? Alright, well, that now means that the Twins are on a 10-win streak. That's pretty exciting, guys. So we now have 3 killers on, double-digit win streaks. We have the Nightmare, Mr. Freddy Krueger himself, Danny Boy, the Ghostface, and the Twins. With Legion and Huntress not far behind at 8 and 7 either. Fair enough. Alright. Well, on that note, we are 7 minutes out, so we could do one more game if you guys want. Do you guys want to spin the wheel one last time, or you guys want to call it there for the night? I'll leave it up to you. Alright, T says let's do one last match of the day, and let's spin that wheel and see who we land on. And the verdict is no. The verdict is Mr. Mikey Myers. He wants our pasta. All right, I imagine that we're gonna play some Michael. I don't think anyone will object to that. Who knows though? Already up in the meanwhile though. All right, let's have some more bites of my pasta. Speaking of, no, Michael, you cannot have my pasta. Now, Mr. Michael Myers actually is on a 6-win streak right now, so it is very possible for him to get to double digits very soon as well. He's one of those killers that just snowballs out of control if played right. And I feel like we do a pretty good job at that. Our build, though, is pretty lackluster, I will say. Well, speaking of Schmeichel, we also have the Schmeg. Oh, a match made in heaven. What Pokemon would I like to eat? I guess that'd be interesting, like, how close to a cow a milk tank is, I suppose. Schmeg, Smeg, Sneha, Snurse, Schmeichel, the holy group, exactly. Alright, Mikey Myers, let's put on a blood point offering, and we are good to go. Come on, Elodie, let's do it up. Let's see if we can get, recreate the basement tree. Hey, what's up, Patrick? How you doing today? Hopefully your Thursday's been treating you well. What have you been up to today? Anything much? I'm doing pretty well, man. Doing pretty well. How about you? We're doing a match of Mr. Mikey Myers, the Shape. See if we can get him onto a 7-win streak. I'm good. Happy to hear that, Patrick. Really am. I want to eat a Togepi with a spoon and... Jesus Christ, Frankie. I got Prestige 2 Legion today. Hey, that's pretty awesome. Remind me, is Legion your main, Patrick? Just eat a dragon. Fair. You're a Legion main? Gotcha. What build do you use out of curiosity? Also, thank you much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Guilty Ones. Since you are new, I do want to introduce myself real quick. I am Mark, aka Guildspire. I am an educational killer here to teach killers how to play killer and survivors how to play against killer. We also do stream for a cause. We stream in dedication to Extra Life. We're trying to help heal kids at Sanford Children's Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. Actually, right below the video is our donation tip menu. And oh my god, we are on Coldman Farm. Okay, this could be trouble. This could be a little bit of trouble. Thankfully, we are right next to a survivor somehow. Don't ask me how. I'm not sure where they went, though, is the problem. We are going to go over here. Hi, Cheryl. Yes, please. Let me stalk you. Oh, yes, this is perfect. This is perfect. Cheryl, just stay there. Just stay there. Oh, yes, perfect. Perfect. Just, yep, I enjoy watching you walk away and vault over things. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Cheryl. Goodbye. Oh, they did a hook. Interesting. Firecrackers? You didn't use those too well, dude. Oh, I didn't mean to 100%. Okay, this LD is a baby. Oh, maybe not. She has life, I guess. Okay, she's still a baby. Never mind. Never mind. This LD doesn't know what's going on. Yo, what's up, Wicked? How you doing? All good, man. All good. Don't worry about it. Distracted playing Minecraft duels? All good. As long as you're having fun, and as always, I do appreciate the support. Ace Fire Pit of Murmur, Dragon Script, and Discordance. That's a build, my friend. I'll tell you what. I'll say if you do want a really good build, I'd highly recommend Pop Surge, Thana, and you could use a 4th perk of any choice. I personally do like Corrupt Intervention, though. Now let's patrol... Oh, hello. Hello, Megan. I still have like 10 seconds left on my tier 3. No, I was hoping that I'd maybe be able to get the lunge hit, but no dice there. We do see people going for the unhook. Let's start T3 again, of course. Meg is just dropping pallets for no reason. This is interesting. There we go. Let's break this. LD's pointing at me for some reason. Okay. Meg, did you just do that on purpose? No, I'm not a Michael main. I actually play every single killer. Michael's just the one that we spun the wheel on, actually. And, this Meg just sandbagged the LD. And that was interesting. So we have a thing called the Wheel of Killers, Patrick. So you guys can use 50 channel points to spin the wheel to determine who I play next. So we play a little bit of everyone. That was hysterical. Okay, Meg, other Meg sprint bursts. Let's pick you up. I do have every killer. All right, let's hook you over here. I have every killer and every survivor for that matter. All right, that was very interesting to what happened there between the Meg and the LD. I wonder if, okay, other Meg. You don't have anything here. You're going down too. All right, Meg, you're going to basement this time. So do I, killer. Very nice. All right. Well, they got a gen, I suppose, but this will be 4th hook, so we're on ratio, and I think that we can definitely snowball more so out of control any moment now, especially in basement. Basement's a great place for Mikey. Hi, Elodie. How are you doing? You, hanging in there? No, no progress there. You're, like... Oh, hi, Cheryl. Cheryl's like, stalk me if you want. And I'm just gonna grab her. I think Cheryl realized it's either be grabbed or get stalked to tier 3. Now, to be fair, we had did not have enough for a full tier 3, but still, that was something else. Roll down you. LD dies on hook because they took too long, and we get the unhooker as well. Yeah, this game's over. There's no way they can get out of this one alive, I don't think. We also get a DC. Oh, the LD DC. Interesting. I don't understand why, though. Not only do you get the penalty, but you also lose all your blood points. Though I don't imagine she got many. Alright, entity summoned. Are they suiciding? Yep, they suicided. And now we just wait, I guess. Yep, there's the next one. Alright, well, that is a win for Mr. Mikey Myers. That will be a 7-win streak now. Yeah, that Cheryl did not realize that she may have been sucked dry, which is good for us. We got the grab because she didn't know how to play around it. And honestly, I think if you go for an unsafe unhook like that, then... Oh, it's kind of death. Yep, she gets it. Nicely done. Well, GG well played to these survivors. And we got an entity displeased from that? What in the fresh hell? Did we actually? We did, but it didn't de-pip us. Huh. Strange. Okay. That's a thing. Gotcha. That makes sense now why you dropped a pallet on her head. I was wondering if she was a killer in disguise. That's the reason why I sandbagged. Okay, that's fair. I mean, I can understand that. If someone's sandbagging, you sandbag them. But good luck, have fun in your next matches. Fair enough, fair enough. That makes sense. it sucks when that type of stuff happens. That's the reason why I dropped the firecrackers. That's how I started. Anytime. Well, that's unfortunate for them, but like I said, I can understand, you know, sandbagging the sandbagger, but I guess it also, you know, breaks the entire game for everyone else, I suppose. So kind of bad, but c'est la vie. There's always the next match, but that is a 3K for Mr. Mikey Myers, putting him up to a 7-win streak now. So not too shabby, Mr. Mikey. And we're not even running a very good build, I would say. I think we're just kind of, you know, winning off the fact that Michael's very, very strong. But with that being said, guys, we will be ending the stream there. Now, before you all do go, as always, we are going to raid another Dead by Daylight streamer. What exactly is sandbagging? Basically throwing the game. You know, dropping pallets in front of each other. You know, bringing the killer to where the other survivors are. Stuff like that, Patrick. That's sandbagging in a nutshell. All right. I think we already raided Senile Vet yesterday. Let's see. Hey man, nice shot. I feel like we've raided you before. Dev the Mage, we have not. We did not raid Dev the Mage, though. So let's go raid Dev the Mage, shall we? They are playing Dead by Daylight. And let's do that now. Alright, so I have not interacted with them all too much. Do keep that in mind, of course. So, you know... Need to make a spreadsheet? Oh, for who I have and haven't? Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea, honestly. Alright, /raid. Dev the Mage. Alright, guys. Well, with that being said, as always, if you guys did enjoy the show, make sure that follow button. If you haven't already, though, also check out our Extra Life campaign. We're trying to help heal kids at Sanford Children's Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. On that note, I'll see you all tomorrow at 5 p.m. CST. Bye-bye!